Bulldogs finishing 7-20 on the year. So they have not won more than 9 games in a season since the 2015 year when they went 24-6. And it was the year before that Clinton County beat a Barren County team. They finished 15-15, won 61-52 back 6 years ago, and they won the 16th District Championship, and that's the last time that they've been to the 4th Region Tournament. And it's a team, Robert, only averages 40 points a game.
Well, when they struggle to score, tonight's not going to help them very much. Our defense can be really good and usually holds people well below their average. You go back, think about that Todd County game. We held them below 10 points a quarter. So, I think that's you got to set goals and play against yourself in a way where, don't let them get those 10 points a quarter. Don't let them get their average, and just play little games within the game to try to make you motivated and get up for a game like this.
Yeah. You're listening to the Zaxby's pregame report with a new Caribbean jerk filet sandwich or boneless wings meal. And, of course, their chicken vacation in the Caribbean and brought back the spice of the island's home. And they paired it with their signature hand-breaded filet with the fruity and sweet and spicy Caribbean jerk sauce and added it to sliced banana peppers, crisp lettuce, and mayo, served in a toasted potato bun. You can make that boneless wings a meal with their crinkle fries and 22-ounce Coca-Cola freestyle drink. We'll be back to Albany after this break. This is Barren County High School basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto, Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. High School as the Trojanettes take on the Lady Bulldogs in the first of our doubleheader tonight. And looking at Lady Bulldogs numbers, as mentioned, they average 40 points a game. They give up 57.5 to their opponents. They only shoot 28% from the field overall. They almost shoot just as well from behind the arc at 27.4%. They've hit 118 threes this year, and a team that only shoots 51.6% from the foul line. Trojanettes are averaging 60.5 points a game, 46.3 their opponents, 41.4% from the field. Hit 157 threes this year at 33.3%. 64.1% from the foul line and 28 rebounds a game. So there's some numbers for you on the Zaxby's pregame report. We're going to take a look at the area schedule, and not that many on the schedule for tonight. Most everybody else will get done tomorrow night before we head into district tournament play Monday night. But on the schedule for tonight, which is brought to you by NHC Healthcare Glasgow, caring in a better way day by day. And a few doubleheaders tonight, including Logan County at Cumberland County. Franklin Simpson's at Glasgow tonight. Monroe County is at Warren East. And then we have some single games tonight. South Warren girls at Hopkinsville. Bowling Green girls at Russell County. And the Allen County Scottsville boys are at Russellville tonight. And so all the 15th district teams will finish up tonight. Give them another extra day to prepare for the district tournament next week. Allen County Scottsville girls ended their season on Tuesday night.
That's a little longer layoff than I would prefer.
A whole week before district tournament for them.
Right.
So there you go. But most everybody else around the region will finish up tomorrow night. We're also going to talk about the district tournaments. We'll break down the teams and who plays who and all that throughout the 4th region, and maybe make a few predictions as well, probably in between games. It's senior night here, and so there'll be some extended time in between games tonight, and that'll give us a chance to kind of analyze the districts in the 4th region and see who we think might come out and make it to the 4th regional tournament. And don't forget, next week, 15th district basketball tournament action, all right here on Nash Icon and online at 104thescore.com, beginning Monday night with the Barren County Trojans and Trojanettes taking on Monroe County. Tuesday night, Glasgow and Allen County Scottsville, girl-boy doubleheader. And then the girls' championship on Thursday night, boys' championship on Friday night. So it's always the exciting time of the year when tournament time rolls around.
Busy week of basketball, a lot of games to see at Allen County, and then it'll turn around very quickly and be able to go see them at Diddle Arena with the regional tournament. Almost about 10 straight days of with a couple breaks in there.
I know the 4th region tournament will start on Sunday afternoon, March 1st. And it will go on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday.
Right.
Make any sense? Yeah. That's how it's going to go, because Western has a Lady Topper game on Thursday night. They also play on Saturday afternoon, so the girls' championship of the 4th region will, will be played on Saturday night that week. We'll come back with more of our Zaxby's pregame report. We are 10 minutes away from tip-off. The Barren County Trojanettes and the Clinton County Lady Bulldogs here in Game 1 of our doubleheader here in Albany. And always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. Back there at Clinton County High School in Albany with their Clinton County color guard and national anthem. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. They're brought to you by SCRTC. Get things started with SCRTC's fast and reliable internet speeds today. For the Clinton County Lady Bulldogs, under first-year head coach Ansley Nelson. She was a Stalkup. She was one of the leading scorers here a few years ago for Clinton County. We can start Landry Moons, a 5'5", 8th grader, averages 11.5 points and 5.7 rebounds a game. Abby Young, who's their three-point specialist. She's hit 60 of their 118 threes. She's a 5'7" junior that averages 9.2 points a game. Rayleigh Mann, a 5'10" junior, 7.5 points a game. Mackenzie Cope, a 5'5" sophomore, averages 3. And Cassie Thompson, a 5'7" junior that averages 1.3 points a game. For the Barren County Trojanettes, under fifth-year head coach Piper Lindsay, her assistant coaches Scott Chapman and Chad Withrow. Overall record, 112 wins and 47 losses. Starting tonight, Katie Murphy, 5'5", 8th grader, averaging 3.8 points a game. Elizabeth Bertram, 5'7" senior, the 4th Region Player of the Year in the KABC. Campbellsville University signee, leading scorer in the region right now, averaging 20.6 points a game. Raven Ennis, a 5'9" sophomore, averages 11.5 points, 5.4 rebounds. Carly Delka, 5'9" senior, 7.4 points, 5.8 rebounds. And Eve Jackson, a 5'9" senior, that averages 6.4 points a game for the Trojanettes. We'll get ready for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Tip-Off in just a couple of minutes. And our first quarter of action sponsored by South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. The officials for tonight's game, Terry Baldwin, Casey Tooley, and Paul Carter. And the official sponsor, Scotty's Contracting and Stone, committed to providing all customers the same level of highest quality, no matter the size of the project. The last regular season game. It's hard to believe that it is tournament time again in Kentucky.
Sure is. You want to finish the season off right and get your 24th victory against 6 losses. Those even numbers look a little bit better when you can add to them and keep Clinton County from getting their 5th win. Clinton County, you mentioned, struggles to score. They've been held under
Not to say that the schedule has been soft by any means, because it's not.
2 losses to Bowling Green and a loss to E-Town, who could win the 5th region, right?
Yes.
And then obviously Casey and Anderson, who are contending for their region. So your 6 losses could have 3 other region winners.
That's true.
On it that you've gotten beat by. That's pretty good strength of schedule.
Yeah. Trojanettes across the way to our right in black uniforms tonight, burgundy and gold numbers and letters. And the Clinton County Lady Bulldogs down to our left in their home white with blue numbers and letters. Clinton across the front of their jerseys. And it seems to be brighter in here than it was 2 years ago. I think they've done some, maybe some renovations to the floor, maybe the lighting in the gym. Got those LED bulbs like we have at Barren County. Yeah. Or maybe because I'm looking out both eyes tonight. I don't
It is brighter on the floor. They got 3 huge jumbotrons that kind of show the game, the film crew down here, like we have at home with BC Live and have on the air tonight with us. So it still has the old gym feel to it, though. Yes. One of the probably, I'd say, oldest gyms that you have left in the region.
Actually, I played in this gym in my high school days at Camellia. We'd come over here and play Clinton County.
So, yes.
And the district, that was district games that year.
So, yes, that means it is very old.
Yes,
right?
It's very old. Yeah.
No, I do like it. It's one of my favorite gyms.
We have the stage down to our left.
Right. It's kind of like the elementary gyms that we played in where we had that Park City game. Hopefully we'll have another Heritage game next year at another elementary location.
Barren County going right to left, Clinton County left to right. You're listening to 103.7 Nash Icon, WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at 104thescore.com and on BCHS Live. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer. Matthew Clark in the studios of Nash Icon on the controls tonight. And Clinton County's Landry Moons will be in the jump circle. Barren County will be Raven Ennis. Barren County going right to left. Clinton County left to right. And Casey Tooley will toss it up. And here we go. It's going to be controlled by Clinton County, and they'll set it up. A little change in the lineup. They're going to start Ashton Daniels tonight, a 5'5 freshman. And the give and go down low. Shot put up and in. That is Brayley Mann getting the score, and Clinton County on top. Here's Bertram, 3, left wing. Spins out. Rebound by Moons. And she gives it to Young, and now across it goes to Mann, and she'll set it up. Out top, Cope, right side, out of the high post, Thompson, back out now to Mann. Back to the right side, it comes to Cope. Cope comes to the top of the key, sends it back to the right side, almost stolen away. It is by Katie Murphy. Falling backwards, got rid of the basketball to Delk. Loops it up to Bertram, and try to pass it across. It's deflected and stolen. Clinton County, and then the ball gets loose again. Diving for it, Raven Ennis, but Clinton County comes up with the basketball. They'll keep it alive out front as Brayley Mann will handle it. And here's Mann going to the right side, over to Cope. Cope getting the screen, dribbles, throws it back out now to Mann. Mann comes out between the circles now, sends it over the left side to Young. They go back down low. Shot put up, no good. Battle for the rebounds. Tipped out and grabbed there by Delk. She'll get rid of the basketball to Murphy. Murphy, diagonal pass right side. Bertram feeds it down to Delk, right of the lane. Back to Bertram. Now sends it across. It's deflected out of bounds by Mann, and out of bounds is intended for Eve Jackson.
Throwing around the perimeter when I think there's some driving lanes available for us.
As Katie Murphy handles the basketball. Left side it comes to Bertram, back to Murphy. Goes right side to Jackson. Here's the lob underneath to Bertram. She puts it up and in.
It's been a long time since we've run that little backdoor alley-oop play, but it ran to perfection there.
And it's a 2-2 ball game. And we got a foul in the backcourt, and it's going to be on Raven Ennis. That's the first foul of the basketball game. Clinton County will have it as the ball comes out to Brayley Mann. Mann sends it over the right side to Cope. They try to set a screen for. They go back in the corner now. Mann goes baseline against Ennis. Takes it to the basket, shot it over the rim, and it's grabbed out of the air by Delk. She gives it to Ennis. Baseballs it up court to Bertram. Cuts back around the top of the key. Now needs some help. Throws it over to Jackson here out front on the near side. Jackson hands it off out to Murphy. Now Murphy angling off to the right. Sends it down in the corner to Bertram. Feeds it there to Ennis. Turnaround shot is in and out. Ball's tapped out. Chased down, and Jackson grabs it. Gives it to Bertram on the right wing. Bertram now looking. Now gives it to Murphy. Penetrating the lane. Throws it back to the left wing. Here's Jackson for 3. Oh, way off the mark. The ball comes off to Cope for Clinton County. Cope on the dribble in the front court. One scoreboard is blocked by banners that are hanging up here in the gym, so it's hard to see on one end of the floor time and score. Clinton County losing the handle on it, and here comes Katie Murphy, 2-on-1 break. And Bertram had to go chase it down the left corner, going to let it go for 3. It's off the mark. Long rebound will go out of bounds. And Clinton County will get the ball. 4:37 to play here in the opening quarter. We're tied at 2. And a full court press applied by Barren County. Ball comes into play to Moons. Moons may have got away with a walk there. Trojanettes trying to double team the ball, but they break it into the front court. Mann with it. Katie Murphy defending her. She throws it off to Moons. Now Moons on the left side comes around to the top of the key. Dribbles right, and Bertram tried to reach in there to steal it, but couldn't do so. Clinton County keeps it alive here. They go in the middle, working down the right side, cut off in there by Delk. Now working with it is Moon, spins back, shoots over Murphy, and banked it in. That's a tough shot. And it's 4-2. Quickly down the floor. Here's a layup, good for Raven Ennis. Trojanettes got down the floor quickly, and now we got a whistle and a foul in the backcourt, and it's going to be on Elizabeth Bertram.
Threw it over top of everybody from Clinton County. We got back way quicker than they did. They are slow and methodical on their offensive end. When they get in the half court, they set good screens, run good offense.
We got a 4-4 ball game, and pressure in the backcourt, stolen away by Murphy. Gives to Bertram, down underneath, shot no good for Ennis. Missed it at point-blank range, and Clinton County comes up with the basketball. They get it into the front court. They whip it down to Moons in the lane. Runner bounces off the rim, and the rebound taken down to the floor was Delk, and, traveling violation.
There's a reason she was probably falling to the floor.
Yeah.
I think a little contact from Clinton County. Carly's doing a good job on the glass right now. We'll still give her that rebound.
Cope, right side. Puts down the dribble, shoots, it's up, it's no good. Crashing the board, we got a foul. No, somebody stepped down the baseline. Going to say Moons tapped it while she was on the inline. Barren County's basketball, 4-4 ball game. We're down to 3:15 to play here in the first quarter.
Very quick quarter against their 3-2 zone.
Jackson goes right side corner. Ennis back out to Jackson. Now Jackson back to Ennis. He's going to fire it up for three, and it's no good. Bertram with the rebound. Trying to go back up, had it swatted loose. And Clinton County's Moons with the basketball. Works it into the front court, loses a handle, trying to dig it out of there. Bertram's got it for the Trojanettes. Bertram, 15-footer right side, good. And going to get a timeout call. And it is a 6-4 Barren County lead with 2:46 to play here in the opening quarter as we take the People's Bank timeout. The People's Bank in Glasgow, your local community bank, working for you.
Haven't had a ton of offensive possessions. We've settled for threes a couple of times against that 3-2 zone. There are huge gaps in it. Katie Murphy was probably the only one that really took advantage of a gap, and when she got about 8 foot, she kicked it right back out. So we've got to continue to do that at all angles. Top, wings, we have to continue to penetrate so we get them sucked in, and then you can shoot a three from it. We've had 4 attempts, no long-distance shots to go in.
Macy Lockhart is checked into the Trojanet lineup for Barren County. And having some trouble in the backcourt. Clinton County having trouble. Going to have to hurry, get it across, and Murphy reaches in and ties it up. Possession arrow to the Trojanettes.
Clinton County 6 turnover. Once we've finally been able to get into the press, they've really turned the ball over. Unfortunately, we haven't scored very many off of them.
Katie Murphy out front with it for Barren. Goes into Bertram, over goes to Ennis, and back into Bertram. In a lot of traffic, had it taken away from her. And then swatted back by Murphy. Loose ball to the floor, tied up. Jump ball possession to the Lady Bulldogs.
Get it the ball to Elizabeth there in the middle. She actually passed up what was the better shot by not even facing the goal and kicked it back out.
So Clinton County with the basketball, 2:19 to play. First quarter, Barren County with a 6-4 lead. Right side with it is Thompson. They give it out now to Cope. Back right side to Young. Young wants to drive to the basket and then dishes it off. It's taken away from her as Ennis jumped in the passing lane. Sends it down the floor. Delk plays it up and in. Give the Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Harris assist. Jamie Harris and Edward Jones assist you today with your financial planning. Clinton County, got a walk there, no whistle. They lob it over the right side there to Mann. Mann leaves it out there with Thompson. There's a walk by Moons. They're not calling any walks out there. Here's a 3-ball in the air, no good. Rebound put back up, no good. Battle for the rebound, back up, no good again. Clinton County coming up with some offensive rebounds, but couldn't put it back up. And so Murphy was trapped underneath the basket, just threw it off somebody's foot, and out of bounds.
They walked at least 3 times on that possession. Yeah. I think they're just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's just an 8-4 game, though.
Delk in the right corner. Here's Ennis. Left to the key. Over to Murphy on the right. Back to Ennis. Sends it in the left corner to Lockhart. Down low, here's Bertram working inside, puts it up and in.
Moved Elizabeth from the top, and when it flashed down to the corner, she basically became a post player.
6 points now for Elizabeth Bertram. It's 10-4, Barren County, with 59 seconds to play here in the first quarter. As Mann takes it down the right sideline, gives it out to Thompson. Thompson drives, and that'll be off of Ennis, I guess, and out of bounds. Young will toss it in. So it comes out to Mann, back to Thompson, or rather Young. Now Mann with it, long range right. Down to 44 seconds to play in the quarter. Mann sends it right side over to Young. Young now works it in there to Cope. Another walk. Now driving in the lane. They kick it back off the right side to Moons. Now Moons trying to get around Lockhart. Reverses it up, and it's no good. And battle for the rebound, loose ball. Delk went to the floor, and the ball kind of slammed out to Murphy. She'll drive it to the basket, gets fouled. Foul is on 21. That's Moons, her first, and the first foul on Clinton County here in the ball game. Going to send Katie Murphy to the charity stripe for the Trojanettes. 59.5% foul shooter on the year. Gets 2 shots. The first one is on the way. No good.
I really like her aggressiveness so far, though. I feel like she's really the only one pushing the tempo. She's been the one to look ahead and get our 2 fast break layups as well.
Right. Murphy for the second toss. She missed it. Lockhart gets the rebound for the Trojanettes. Kicks it back out to Ennis. Back in the corner to Lockhart. Feeds it to Delk. Puts it up. She's fouled. So the Trojanettes stayed with it and will now have another opportunity to hopefully get 2 free throws here for Carly Delk, who's a 55.8% foul shooter. First shot is on the way. Good.
Ball movement is looking a little bit better against the zone. If you're going to be honest with yourself, you know we're going to face a zone probably Monday night. Yeah. So we need this, and we need to play well against it.
Carly Delk, second toss, short. Rebound, Bertram. Dribbling out of trouble, takes it to the left corner. Now heads to the baseline, goes to the basket, had it blocked from behind by Mann and out of bounds with 3.8 seconds to play.
They've done a pretty good job on Elizabeth, even though she's got, what, 6?
6.
They're still all over.
So Raven Ennis will toss it in, left baseline for Barren. Looking, still looking. Gets it into Lockhart. Dumps it down to Delk. Out in the corner. Ennis fires. Got it at the horn. Be a long 2 for Raven Ennis. So that ends the quarter. So after 1 here at Albany, it is Barren County 13, Clinton County 4. We'll be back after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. Quarter number 2, presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Trojanettes 13, Clinton County 4. Lockhart in the left corner with it for Barren. Gets it out to Ennis. Sends it over to Jackson to the right side. Jackson goes down in the corner to Delk. Now Delk lobs it back across over to Ennis. Feeds it in the middle there to Bertram. Turnaround shot is blocked. Underneath it goes to Delk, and she puts it in.
Call it an assist.
15-4, Trojanettes. Press starting to affect Clinton County. They lose it again. Turnover. Bertram feeds it underneath to Lockhart, and she puts it in.
That was a true assist.
Another Edward Jones financial advisor, Jamie Harris assist. Clinton County having trouble. Mann has it taken away from her Lockhart. Then she had it knocked loose, and Lockhart scoots it out to Bertram. Steps back, shoots the three. Got it!
Our first three of the night. We were 0 of 4 in the first quarter, but got a good look there from Elizabeth.
So Barren County 7-0 run to start the second quarter within 49 seconds. 7 points on the board.
We hit our last 4 shots in the first quarter to get a little bit of separation from Clinton County while they missed their last 6. Yeah. So that was able to turn the tide. What was a 6-4, 8-4 game for it felt like the majority of the quarter. We shot 6 of 13 in the first quarter. They shot 2 of 10. Turned it over 7 times. We turned it over just 2.
20-4, Barren County leads it now after leading 13-4 at the end of the first. Got a little sluggish start there. Here's a score on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Glasgow and Franklin Simpson girls. Glasgow leads after 1, 12-2. Here on the final night of the regular season for all the 15th district teams.
See what kind of adjustment Clinton County makes on the press after that timeout.
Ball comes into play. Trojanettes trying to trap the ball. Thompson gives it back over to, that's Daniels who's in the ball game now. Gives to man. Ball knocked down by Jackson, taken by Delk. Another turnover by Clinton. Left side corner. It's Bertram. Fakes, trying to go baseline. Can't. Gives it back out to Murphy. Right side it goes to Jackson. Down in the corner to Lockhart. Feeds to Delk. Puts it up and in.
That's terrific ball movement to get it into the post where Carly was wide open.
And now it's 22-4 Barren. They break the press this time. 2-on-2. Pull-up jumper is good for Moons. Rattled that one in. 22-6. Barren County. Jackson with it on the right side. Straight away it goes to Murphy. On the left, diagonal pass, right corner to Lockhart. Lockhart had it smacked out of her hands. Loose ball, and Clinton County comes up with the basketball off the turnover. As Daniels gives to Thompson, Young. Off to Cope. Cope out front with it. Throws it left elbow. Stolen away by Bertram. She broke in front of the passing lane. Bertram feeds to Delk. Lays it up and in. Carly Delk with her 9th point. Another assist for Elizabeth Bertram and Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Harris assist. 24-6 Barren County. 5:50 to play here in the first half. Mann with it for Clinton County. At the right elbow, they give it to Moons. Moons takes it into the paint, forces up the shot, draws a foul from Eve Jackson. Going to be her first. Barren County's 3rd of the half. Landry Moons is a 62.3% foul shooter on the year. She's only an 8th grader. And the leading scorer for this Clinton County ball club at 11 points a game. Free throws good for Moons. She's got 5 of Clinton County's 7. And it's 24-7.
I think we reeled off 16 straight. I think's what it was, wasn't it?
Yep. Moons puts it in the air, and that one's going to come off. Rebound to Katie Murphy. Running up the right side of the floor, cuts back left. Steps back 3 is Bertram. No good. Rebound to Young for Clinton County. Young lobs it and almost lost it out of bounds right in front of the Clinton County bench, but they keep it alive. In the backcourt, they're going to have to get it across the line, though. There's a 10-second count. And Barren County will get it with 5:22 to play here in the first half. It's 24-7. Clinton County bringing in Aisha Sutton, a 5'2", 8th grader. Again, no seniors on this Clinton County basketball team. And they have, looks like 4 juniors, 2 of them that start for the Lady Bulldogs. Here's Jackson with it out front. Out to Murphy. Sends it down the left corner to Ennis. Ennis, one dribble, looking for help, fires it back to Murphy, goes into Bertram. Nice move inside, has a shot blocked, but a foul. That'll be on Moons, I believe. That's her second.
They've had 2 on Elizabeth just about any time she has caught the basketball. 1 in front and 1 at least to the side, if not another one in front. Free
throws good for Elizabeth Bertram. Shooting 75% from the foul line on the season. 25-7. Make it 26-7. Bertram now with 11 points here in the first half. Here's a pass deflected by Lockhart, taken by Murphy in that deep right corner. Feeds it to Jackson. Jackson pump fake, throws it back out to Bertram. Bertram on the left wing. Threw a bad pass. It was going to Murphy, but somebody jumped in there. It was Cope. Ball knocked down by Murphy. Ooh, they go into the bleachers. And it's going to be Barren County's basketball. Last touch by Daniels.
If she would have just let it go, it would have been Clinton County's basketball. It was clearly knocked out by us, but she tried to save it.
That last foul was on Sutton instead of Moons. Have it on the board that way.
Yeah,
I thought it was 21 instead of 11.
Yeah, I think that was right. She came from the backside.
Eve Jackson, here's the lob, down to Bertram, trying to reverse it up. No, missed everything, got her on rebound, trying to dribble out of traffic, whistle, jump ball. Possession to the Lady Bulldogs.
If you have not seen anything in this game yet, the one thing that for sure is they're not going to call a whole lot of fouls.
No.
Or walks.
They've not called a walk tonight. Here's Sutton, giving it off in the left corner there to Mann. As she'll bring it around to set it up. Mann, bounce pass, high post, knocked away, but Jackson gives to Murphy. Murphy feeds it off left side. Bertram, 18-footer on the left, and it's no good. Rebound taken by Mann for Clinton County.
Left side hadn't been good to Elizabeth.
Being chased down the floor. Mann's going to take it in underneath and lays it up and in. Braylee Mann, her second field goal of the game. And it's 26-9, Barren County. Here's Jackson with it in the corner to Lockhart. Lockhart back out to Jackson. Jackson, diagonal pass down to Ennis. She throws it up and in from about 4 feet away. Point number 6 for the sophomore, Raven Ennis.
Going to drop back finally out of our press.
28-9, Barren County. 3:26 to play here in the first half. Clinton County with the basketball. Mann's got it. Yeah, it's picked up her dribble. Ennis really applying pressure. She walked, and no whistle there. Mann out between the circles. Sends it over to the left side to Young. Young wants to drive to the baseline. Throws it up. It's no good. Jackson with a rebound and trying to get him off of her. Finally got to get a foul call. She got double teamed. And it is on 0-0. Cassie Thompson, her first, number 4 on Clinton County here in the first half.
I understand the point of not calling walks in a 19-point game, but our girls are out there playing pretty tough defense, and when the defense is what's causing the walk, you at least have to reward them half the time.
Yeah. Murphy, bounce pass right, Jackson in the corner. Lockhart fires away. Got it! Got a 15-footer in the right corner.
Nice
for Macy Lockhart.
Catch and shoot.
That's her second field goal tonight. And it's 30-9. Clinton County's Mann with the basketball on the left side. Gives it down to the corner to Young. Back out to Mann. Now almost gets the screen there set. Had to switch off. Give it back out front. And now Mann will set it up again. Back to the left side. Going up the baseline. Shot blocked by Ennis, but a foul. It's going to be 2 on Raven Ennis. 4 on the Trojanettes here in the first half.
Haven't been enough fouls called in the game for anybody much to be in foul trouble.
Moon's at the line for Clinton County. 2 shots. The first one is coming off. So Raven Ennis will go take a seat on the bench with those 2 fouls. Moon's back of the stripe for one more. It's on the way. She got that one. She has 6 of Clinton County's 10 points. It's 30-10 Barren. 2:12 to play here before halftime. Katie Murphy against the 1-2-2 Clinton County zone. Jackson, left corner. Bertram had a chance at a 3 there, but didn't take it. Trying to get away from the defender. Goes up the baseline and gets fouled going up with a shot. Foul is on Thompson. That's 2 on her. 5 on the Lady Bulldogs here in the first half. Free throw by Bertram is good. 12 points for Elizabeth Bertram. And it's 31-10. Emma Hughes and Liberty Rice both have checked into the Trojanet lineup. Bertram back to the line. Second one good. 32-10, Barren County. A minute 57 to play here in the first half. And a quick first half.
It's okay on a school night.
Absolutely. We'll take it. So they're working around out front. Cope with the basketball for Clinton County. Cuts back left and gives it over the left side to Young. Now circling around with it is Mann. Right side wing, three in the air, no good. Rebound to Carly Delk. Lobs it up court. Here goes Hughes in for the layup. It's good. 34-10. Clinton County's Mann goes right side with it over to Daniels. Ashton Daniels, who's a freshman for Clinton County. Cope over the left side to Young. Back to Cope. Cope gives it out to Mann, and now working with it is Daniels. Now here's a shot by Cope. It's good from about 17 feet away, straight away. Cope gets her first two. 34-12, and just under a minute to go here in the first half. Hughes with it on the left side. Bounces it out to Murphy. Out it goes to Rice, and around to the right corner goes to Delk. Lobs it back cross court over to Murphy. Feeds to the high post to Bertram. Bertram left of the lane. In the corner, Hughes will pull the trigger. It's short and got her on rebound. Lost it for a moment, and it's loose again. And Bertram trying to come up with a basketball. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Trojanettes. So 32.8 to play here in the second quarter. As Rice will toss it and comes out to Murphy. Murphy gives it back to Rice. Down the left corner to Hughes. Back out now to Rice. Rice sends it straight away back to Murphy. Feeds it in the middle there to Bertram, surrounded. And it comes back out to Rice. Had to go chase it down. 17 seconds to go. Out to Murphy again. Down to 10. Right side Bertram. Back to Murphy. Swings it over to Rice. Back to Murphy. Over to Bertram. And I'm thinking, looking at the clock. Rice for three. No good. And Delk throws it back up. No good. At the buzzer. That's going to end the first half. Barren County leads it 34-12 over Clinton County. We'll come back with a halftime report brought to you by Colton Steakhouse and Grill. As you're following Barren County High School basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. Halftime here on the last night of the regular season. Barren County Trojanettes 34, Clinton County Lady Bulldogs 12 here in Albany. as the Trojanettes jumped out to a 13-4 lead at the end of the first quarter. They outscored Clinton County 21-8 in the second period of play. This is the Colton Steakhouse and Grill halftime report. Colton Steakhouse and Grill thanks you for your support. And Colton Steakhouse and Grill, we know what's at stake. Looking at scoring in the first half for Clinton County, they had 5 field goals, 2 of 4 from the foul line. 6 points for Landry Moons, 4 points for Braley Mann, and 2 points for Mackenzie Cope. That's all the scoring for Clinton County in the first half. For the Trojanettes, 14 field goals, 1 3-pointer. And Barren County 5 of 8 from the foul line to the first half. Elizabeth Bertram with 13 in the first half to lead Coach Piper Lindsay's ball club. 4 baskets, one of those a 3-point shot. She was 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Carly Delk has 9 points in the first half. 4 baskets, 1 of 2 from the foul line. Raven Ennis with 6 points in the first half on 3 field goals. Macy Lockhart scored a couple of field goals for 4 points. Emma Hughes with a field goal for 2. Katie Murphy did not score in the first half. She went 0 for 2 from the foul line. Eve Jackson also has started the ball game, did not score. Liberty Rice saw action but did not score in the first half. So Trojanettes now kind of cruising along here with a 34-12 lead.
Yeah, good overall first half, holding them to just 12 points after first in the first quarter, just giving up 4 points. That was a pretty terrific defensive effort, but they just didn't allow Clinton County to get off very many shots. For the whole quarter, Clinton County only got up 15 shots, and that was because for a large majority of the first part of the second quarter, they didn't even get it past half court. They were turning the basketball over. They turned it over 13 times compared to just 3 for the Trojanettes. So we have done a good job taking care of the basketball. Could we have taken some better shots along the way? Maybe so, but it's hard to argue when we're shooting 50% from the field over on the first half. We were 14 of 28 for 50%. Only 1 of 8 from 3, though. Elizabeth hit our only 3 that we have made in the first half. Like I said, 5 of 15 from Clinton County. They only attempted 1 3, didn't make it. We out-rebounded them 16-9, and I said 13-3 on the turnover margin. So overall, really good first half, and you can see why Clinton County doesn't score very much. They are very methodical on the offensive end. When they have the ball, they run long offensive sets, and they're really selective on their shots. They don't jack up a whole lot of threes and have short possessions. So that's one of the reasons they have a 40-point average on the year. But the other reason is they struggle handling the basketball. Yeah. And we did a good job really pressuring them, pushing them to their limits as far as where they were going. They go a whole lot east and west. They don't go a whole lot north and south. And again, they're a young team. That's things that you just have to learn, and things that do not help you learn a whole lot when you're playing a team like us. Their 3-2 zone, I thought, did slow us down in the first little part of that first half. But as I said, we got to figure it out, because I know Monroe will play a zone, and whoever we play in the championship game, if we're fortunate enough to get there, probably will as well.
Right. Looking at the Coca-Cola scoreboard, halftime, it is Glasgow 32, Franklin Simpson 8 in that girls' game. And you got anything else?
I just turned it on here. Let's see if I can find anything else.
It is senior night here at Clinton County. They'll be doing all their festivities in between games. So that's when we'll start breaking down the districts for you for the tournaments next week throughout the 4th region. And again, we'll have all the tournament action of the 15th district right here on Nash Icon starting Monday night throughout the week. And also for the 4th region tournament as well at Western's Dental Arena. I'll have all 14 games from the 4th region basketball tournament.
I've got 1 high school score, and I think it's a little surprising, if you may agree. Cumberland County girls 15, Logan County 12 at the end of the first quarter.
Well, yes, it is surprising.
1 other score, it's a college game. Western's women are playing tonight against Marshall. They're up 7 about halfway through the second quarter.
All right. Not a whole lot of games tonight, just a few, and then everybody else will finish up tomorrow night, but all the 15th district will get done tonight with their ball games, so we can start preparing for district tournament action Monday night with Barren County and Monroe County, and then Tuesday night, Glasgow and Allen County, Scottsville. Back with the second half of this one. And our third quarter coming up, brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Here at halftime in Albany, it is the Barren County Trojanettes 34, Clinton County Lady Bulldogs 12. And always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. Back here in Albany, Jay Turner with Robert Bauer, Matthew Clark in the studios of Nash Icon. Trojanettes 34, Clinton County 12 as we start the second half. And it will be Clinton County basketball to start the third period of play. Both teams going back with their original starters as they work it around from Cope over to the right side. Back to the left side, it comes to Young. Back out to Cope. Goes back to right side over to Thompson. Here's a three in the air. There's an air ball. Saved back in bounds zone. Is put up and in by Mann. 34-14. Murphy, bounce pass right over to Jackson. Down the right corner goes to Delk. Delk sends it back out to Murphy. Trying to penetrate. Goes inside there to Ennis. And a crowd back to Delk from 15 to the right side. Air ball. Taken by Clinton County back the other way as Mann will bring it into the front court and gets rid of it off to Cope. Left side Thompson, back out and around to the right side. They work it in there to Mann, right of the lane against Ennis, and the ball goes out of bounds. She just lost it out of bounds. Barren County will get the ball. Just over a minute gone here in the third. Barren leading by 20, 34-14. Murphy gives to Jackson. Down the right corner goes to Delk. Skip pass, left wing, Bertram. Back to Jackson. Back over goes to Murphy. Back to Jackson. Now penetrates. Goes down the right side of the lane. Collision. Can have a blocking foul. And it'll be charged to, I think that's Thompson. That'll be her third. Team's first of the second half. And at the line for the Trojanettes is Eve Jackson. Free throw is good. First point of the game for the 5'9" senior.
Eve made it look easy just penetrating down the lane. I said it already over and over tonight. I think it's there. We just have to take advantage of it.
Gets both free throws. 36-14. Pass up court. Clinton County across to Moons. A shot off the window and in.
That was a nice job by them beating the press.
Yep, but we beat it down the other way, and Ennis lays it up and in. And stolen away by Ennis. Puts it up and got it off the window. Stolen away again. Here's Delk driving to the basket. Puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound, Ennis. Going back up and under. Shot is up. No good, but a foul. Daniels will pick up the foul. That is her first. Clinton's second. Barren up now by 24. It's 40-16. Ennis puts it in the air, bounces and rolls in. A couple of bounces on the front of the rim and rolled in. 75% foul shooter on the season for the sophomore. Makes it 41-16. And Ennis back at the stripe. This one's on the way. It's good. 42-16, Barren County. Pressure in the backcourt. They get it up to Moons. Moons cuts back to the right, pulls up the right left elbow. Shot no good. Ball tapped underneath to Jackson. She gives it to Murphy. Now Murphy. Long pass down to Ennis. 8-footer left side. Rolls off the rim. Rebounded there by Sutton. Oh, they're going to catch Ennis with a foul, and that's her third. Team's first the second half.
I think you play her, though. She probably only got about 5 minutes left, and I think we'll not play the starters very much in that fourth quarter, so you might as well let her ride it out.
5:39 to play, third quarter. Barren up 42-16. And it goes right side to Daniels. Daniels gives it out to Cope on the left. Now Cope dribbles in between the circles. Gives to Sutton. Now gets a screen there from Moons, but gets rid of the basketball on the right side. Over to Daniels. Daniels cuts the right elbow, gives to Moons, drives it right to the lane. Shot partially blocked. Pulling out of there is Delk. Gets rid of the basketball to Bertram. Bertram feeds it to Jackson. Goes inside, flips up the shot. No good. Trying to get her on rebound. Throws it back out to Ennis. She'll put it up for three. It rims out. Clinton County with a rebound. And there's a walk. No whistle there. Not one walk been called tonight, has it?
This is a record for the most walks without a whistle.
Yeah. Sutton, ball slapped away, stolen by Bertram. Bertram behind the back dribble. Trying to keep it going. Needs some help, gives it over to Murphy. Fires it down in there to Delk. Spins and puts it up and in off the window.
Carly's played really good tonight. That was a good look by Katie, and Carly did the rest, coming to get the basketball and then making a move for the finish.
And timeout on the floor with 4:30 to play here in the third period. Barren County has jumped out now to a 44-16 lead over Clinton County. A 10-4 run by the Trojanettes.
Carly's got double figures, doesn't she?
She has 11 points.
With that bucket.
Yeah.
She's close. I think she's got to be close. I'm not keeping individual rebounds tonight, but she's going to be close to a double-double. With a couple more, I'd say she has it.
Trojanettes looking for win number 24, heading to the district tournament play next week. But then, of course, after tonight, you can throw the records out the window because you start all over again.
Yeah,
postseason play, the second season they call it.
Everybody's allowed to play 30 games now.
Yep.
And our girls will have played their 30th after tonight.
Yep.
So doesn't really matter what you've done. You don't get a start with a 10-point bonus for having a perfect district record. You start back at 0-0 and have to go win it out.
Yep. People's Bank of Glasgow timeout. Clinton County basketball as Cope will bring it up for the Lady Bulldogs. And she almost double-dribbled it out there. Gives it left side to Young. Pass picked off by Murphy. He tried to go to Moons. Leads it up court to Delk. Throws it up, hits the bottom of the backboard. May have got a little push there. And now jump ball with possession arrow back to Barren.
Off every shot, we've only sent like 1 or 2 to the glass. Everybody else is sprinting back in transition, and we found them really well tonight.
Here's Bertram, the jumper good from 10 feet away on the right side of the inbounds pass from Murphy.
Maybe the easiest look she's had all night. Yeah. She's had to work really hard for her points.
First 2 of the second half, she's got 15, and now it's a 30-point lead for the Trojanettes with 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Clinton County with a basketball. Cope from 17 to the right side. Bounces twice off the rim. Rebound. Delk lost the handle going to the floor. Got it back, though, coming up with it down on one knee. Here's Bertram stopping. 18-footer in the air. Bounces off the back iron. Raven Ennis with the offensive rebound. Jackson out to Murphy for a 3. No good. Short. Long rebound. Chased down by Murphy. Feeds to Delk. Delk throws it back across the left corner to Jackson. Out to Bertram. Long 3. Yes.
Just our second 3 of the night.
And a People's Bank 3-point shot for Elizabeth Bertram. Gives her 18 points in the ball game. 49-16. 2 points away from a running clock with 3:15 to play in the third quarter. Clinton County with a basketball. Moons having trouble. Pivots around. Gives it over to Cope. Now Cope bounces it off to Daniels. Daniels, right side over to Young. 3 in the air. Bounces off the rim. Rebound to Murphy. Trojanettes. Diagonal pass left side Ennis. In the corner, Bertram, the 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Delk. Double team. Feeds it back on the left side of the lane, and Bertram misses the shot. Rebound to Clinton County. 2:45 to play the third quarter. And here's Moons. Throwing it behind her to Cope. Left side it comes to Daniels. Back out to Cope. Top of the key. Over the right side to Mann. The man guarded out there by Murphy. Gives to Moons. Left of the circle. Moons trying to work against Delk. Throws it back out to Cope. Hands it off to Mann. Now Mann puts down the dribble. Bounce pass. The right elbow. Cope pivots around. Faces Jackson. Now puts down the dribble. Hands it off over to Daniels again. And back left side it comes to Moons. Gives it back to Daniels on the left. Now circles out with it into the key. Goes right side with it. And here's a shot going up. It is no good. In and out. Ball tapped out. Ennis grabs it. Now needs some help. She's trapped. Gets rid of the basketball to Murphy. Diagonal pass off to Bertram. Drives. A little high bounce there. Kicks it back out. Murphy with it over to Ennis for the 3 ball. No good. And Clinton County with the rebound.
Just can't get that running clock.
Can't get it going. Minute 36 to play here in the third. And he comes out working around. Young, left side, Cope. Drives, puts it up, no. And ball goes off Jackson's hands and out of bounds. 1:27 left. Barren up 49-16. Eve Jackson going out of the ball game. Macy Lockhart back in for Coach Piper Lindsay. As the ball comes into play, here's a 10-footer to the right side, air ball. Ennis has it for the Trojanettes, needs some help, double team, gives it off to Murphy. Murphy fires a long pass down to Lockhart, she puts it up and in.
There you go.
And there's your running clock.
Kept her head up tonight and looked down the floor, and almost every time there's been somebody underneath the rim waiting for it.
And so an Edward Jones financial advisor, Jamie Harris, assist to Katie Murphy. Here's Sutton with the basketball. Giving it over now to Young. Young sends it to Cope. 55 seconds to play here in the third. Back out to Sutton. Now Sutton makes her move to the right side. Cuts back left. Spins against Delk. Lost the handle. And Bertram's got the basketball. And then she lost it. And it's still loose on the floor. And still loose. Scrambling. And a jump ball possession here to Clinton. With 36 seconds and the clock running. We'll have a running clock for the rest of the game now, so it'll go by pretty quick. Coach Piper Lindsay going to empty the bench with Taylor Harlow, Emma Hughes, Addison Smith, Liberty Rice, and Macy Lockhart. Shot out of the right corner in the air. Good. Young getting Clinton County their first 3-pointer of the ball game.
What do they average threes? They shoot them pretty well, or pretty high number, don't they?
Well, they only shoot 27%. Here's Harlow putting it up and in on the other end for the Trojanettes. 5'9" freshman. They've made 118 so far. And that's going to end the third quarter. Barren County in a running clock now with the Clinton County Lady Bulldogs lead 53-19 after 3 periods of play. Back with the fourth quarter after this break. Barren County High basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. Fourth quarter play brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Trojanettes 53, Clinton County 19. Addison Smith drives, leaves in the corner with Taylor Harlow. Back to Smith, and she walked. There's the first walk of the ball game, and really, I don't know if I would even call it that one or not, since some of the others we've had tonight were definitely noticeable.
We can't argue
traveling violations.
We can't argue officiating, but even Piper yelled at the official on that one, like, "Hey, why are we doing it now?"
Right. And now what do we got? We got a foul. What's going on now? I mean,
we haven't called.
That is
3 fouls a whole half,
and even touch foul.
Clock runs either way. I guess that's less running he has to do.
7:15. Now the clock starts to run. 53-19. Trojanettes. And Clinton County's Moons sends it out now to Mann. Mann goes right side over to Cope. Trying to dump it in there to Moons. Moons works inside, puts up the shot, shot it over the rim. Taylor Harlow trying to pull it away. It does between two players. Here comes Liberty Rice racing down the floor. Rice drives it right down, has a shot blocked and taken by Cope for Clinton County. Cope throws it out now to Young. Young wants to drive right of the lane, throws up the shot. It goes in and a foul. Young hit the three right before the end of the third quarter and now scores in a two-point basket and will head to the free throw line for one. It's 53-21. Foul on Liberty Rice. And the shot is in the air and it's no good. And ball's loose again, and Clinton County comes up with it. There's a traveling violation. Going to get all the whistles here in the fourth quarter with a running clock.
Clinton County only had 10 field goal attempts in the third period. We had 19. So
Hughes out to Rice, sends it left side to Addison Smith. And ball slapped away, stolen. Driving, Cope puts it up, no. Hit the bottom of the backboard. And then Addison Smith is going to be fouled. Braley Mann.
They got to get their whistle quota when they can do it while the clock's running. This keeps it the game. We're going to be really close. I think we'll actually be under an hour for the game total.
Yeah. Lasco leads Franklin Simpson 43-14 after three.
We'll make up for it during the senior night, though.
I guess so. And here's Lockhart working, splitting the defenders, puts it up and in and one.
That was a Euro step plus two more. So we can't complain too much. She got away with the walk, but it was a really good move because she found some way to get to the hoop and get an and one.
Macy Lockhart with 8 points tonight. Free throw on the way. Good. Old-fashioned three-point play for Macy Lockhart. Gives her 9 points. It's 56-21.
You know, she's quietly getting better. Mm-hmm. She's not putting a ton of points on the board, but you see little glimpses of what potential she has, making moves like that, and she's making those when she needs to. Right. She's not really forcing anything. That's the best part about it.
Clinton County with basketball. Mann has it out front. Gives it over to Cope on the right side. Cope against Liberty Rice. Has to throw it back out to Mann. Works it in the corner now to Moons. Trying to go baseline. Now double team. Back out for a 15-foot to the right side. Good for Cope. 56-23. Rice straight away out to Addison Smith. Throws it back over to Rice. Rice, one-hand pass back over to Smith. They go into Lockhart right of the lane. Now here's a three by Hughes. It's off the mark. Rebound taken by Clinton County's Braley Mann. Brings it down the right side. And here is a three-point try that's in the air. That's no good. Battle for the rebound. Harlow catches it, and ball slips away out of bounds. They're going to give it back to Clinton County. In for the Trojanettes, Addison London, 5'7" sophomore. And for Clinton County is Lauren Little, number 25, a 5'6" freshman. 4:15 to play. Barren County 56-23. Here's a shot banked in off the window by Little, who just checked in the game. 56-25. Addison Smith, bounce pass, high post. Harlow has it ripped away from her by Mann. Mann takes it to the right side of the floor. Now has the baseline. Passes off to Moons, goes under, puts it up, no good. Gets her on rebound. Trying to go back up, she's fouled. Foul is on Addison Smith. That is her first, team's fourth. And the free throw is on the way, no good for Landry Moons. She's 2 of 5 from the foul line. So she'll have one more. And it's in the air, and she misses that one. And we're going to get a foul as Addison London went to the deck. Barren County's basketball with 3:29 to play. Have you noticed something kind of unusual? You know, when you're facing the benches and you're on the visitor side of the floor, you have Clinton County fans across the way from the opponent's bench, and you have Barren County fans across the way from the home team.
Yeah. A little different.
You would think it'd be the other way around.
Yeah.
You know, you want your fans either facing the bench or behind your bench. Free throw, or actually a shot from 8 feet away from the basket. That's Taylor Harlow getting her second field goal tonight. 58-25. 3 minutes to play. Mann steps back, shoots a three over Rice. It's no good. And rebounded there by Addison London. Has it taken away from her by Cope. Throws it back behind her to Sarah Turner, who's in the ballgame for Clinton County. Here's a shot going up and underneath. It is Mann getting her 8-point.
We've got as many turnovers in this quarter as we got for the whole rest of the game, and they've got more points this quarter than I think they've gotten any other.
Hughes for 3, swishes it through the nets. And the People's Bank 3-point shot. And we're going to have a timeout here. The Trojanettes leading 61-27.
That group kept the lead pretty much the same as it was when they went out.
Going to get Graceland DeWeese in the ball game, Emma Stewart and Michaela Smith for the Trojanettes. With 2:17 to play in the game. Moons on the dribble, angles off to the right side, drives against London, and a foul. Be her second and the team's 5th. And at the line for Clinton County is Braley Mann, 58% foul shooter. Scored 8 points tonight. And her first free throw's on the way. It's good. Changes in the Clinton County lineup. Tatum Harlan, 5'8", 7th grader, number 10 for Clinton County. Braley Mann back at the stripe for the Lady Bulldogs. Her second shot is on the way, and she missed it. Rebound pulled down by Emma Stewart for the Trojanettes. Gets with the basketball to Addison Smith. Bounce pass up to London. Feeds it back over to Smith. Smith stops at the free throw line. Looks. Diagonal pass over to Michaela Smith. Fires a shot, and it's no good. Ball's tapped back out to Addison Smith. She gives to London, and the shot from 18 is off the mark. Man with a rebound for Clinton County. Minute 40 to play. Man trying to work against London. Gives it back out front of the right side of the floor to Harlan. Now here's a long three from the right wing. No good. Ball tipped around. And Clinton County comes up with it. 32. That's Jaylee McIntyre. It's in the ball game for Clinton County. Making a change in the lineup here again as Summer Pierce, 8th grader, number 23, in for Clinton County as the Lady Bulldogs take a timeout. But they didn't even stop the clock. The clock's still running. No, I think they just want to, with a 61-28 lead.
I think they put a timeout timer up there.
Oh, that's the timeout timer. I'm sorry. They do that, yeah. I didn't notice that.
So much for getting done in an hour. We've had a couple of fouls, and that timeout here, I think it's going to put us right over it. But it's still a pretty quick game.
It's 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
I think we got, what, a minute and a half left?
Minute 21. Coming up in our next game, it's Barren County Trojans and the Clinton County Bulldogs. Expected to be a battle, which always is here in Albany between the two teams. As Clinton County has the basketball, Harlan with it, guarded out there by Addison Smith. Picks up her dribble. Gets her the basketball out to McIntyre. Now with it is Little. Left side over to Turner, back to Little. Little heads toward the lane. Throws up the shot. It's no good. Tapped around, and it'll go out of bounds. Barren County will get the ball. 57 seconds to go in this one. And the clock running here in the fourth with the Trojanettes leading 61-28. London out to Addison Smith. Back over to London. Diagonal pass over to Stewart. Back out to Smith. Smith moves in, has a shot blocked, but grabbed in there. Shot no good by Michaela Smith. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojanettes. 30 seconds left in the contest. Addison Smith feeds it right underneath, and a shot no good for DeWeese. An offensive rebound, Michaela Smith had it poked away. Clinton County comes up with the basketball, and then they throw it away. Michaela Smith gives to DeWeese, drives it left of the lane, throws up the shot, and it launches between the backboard and the rim. And the officials just kind of stand and look.
Get a basketball from the rack there to get it down.
So now with 9 seconds remaining, it is Clinton County basketball. Barren County came in as a 35-point favorite. It's going to be pretty close. As Clinton County works the basketball, Harlan, 1 second. And now here's a shot at the horn, hits the top of the backboard. That's the ball game. Barren County wins it 61-28 over Clinton County. As Clinton County's season going to the postseason is 4-25. Barren County 24-6, heading into district tournament play Monday night against Monroe County. The team, the Trojanettes, have defeated twice this year. Regular season play. First time by 32. The second time by 33. So, but then you throw the records out the window. Doesn't matter how you played during the regular season. As it doesn't matter when you go to postseason or the second season. So Barren County wins it 61-28 over the Clinton County Lady Bulldogs. Here comes Piper Lindsay, her coach, for the Trojanettes. With postgame comments brought to you by McDonald's. Coach, congratulations to you to finish the regular season 24-6 against a very young Clinton County basketball team.
Yeah, I thought we played well, especially from the start. Of course, I guess the first couple minutes were kind of slow back and forth, but after that we did a much better job defensively, especially, and got a lot of easy baskets early.
I think the ride over here may have got you a little sluggish. I know it's a long trip over here.
It is. They were getting off the bus, and you could tell they had just woken up, and they was like, "Everybody okay?" They're like, "We didn't didn't even know we were here. So Chappie must have done a good job putting them to sleep on the bus.
But then you really got going there in the second quarter. You outscored them 21-8. Held them to single quarters, 4, 8, 7, and 9.
Wow, yeah. Again, just our defense was really, really good. I thought we did an excellent job of being in the help, which is one thing we've talked about, especially these last couple of games, and forcing exterior passes. And I thought we did a really, really good job with that.
And you had 3 players in double figures tonight. Elizabeth Bertram had 18, and Raven Ennis finishing the night with 12, and Carly Delk right behind her with 11.
Yeah, I felt like we were sharing the ball really, really well and passing the ball ahead. And, I keep telling Katie, keep it in your hands until, at the last second, then make the pass. And I just thought we did a really good job with that.
Well, now you got Friday, you got Saturday, you got Sunday, and then we had a district tournament. It's hard to believe it's already here. And against Monroe County, a team that you blew out both times. But as the saying always goes, postseason, it's the second season. You can throw the records out the window. You start all over.
That's exactly right. We keep telling the kids, this is our last practice game. The real season starts next week, and everybody's 0-0. It doesn't matter what the score was when we played them the first 2 times. We got to come out ready to go and play 4 quarters, which, again, this is one thing I told them tonight. We played 3 quarters the other night. Let's play 4 quarters tonight, and that'll help us into next week.
Right. Coach, congratulations to you. We'll see you on Monday.
Thank you.
All right. Trojanettes winning here 61-28 over Clinton County to go to 24-6 on the year. Clinton County drops to 4-25. They play Russell County in the 16th District at Russell County. Trojanettes Monday night against Monroe County at Allen County, Scottsville. That'll be at 6 o'clock. We'll come back with our CPC Commodities postgame report in just a moment. Again, the final score, Barren County 61, Clinton County 28. And this is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. (61-28). Trojanettes tonight over Clinton County as Barren County goes to 24-6, heading into district tournament play Monday night at Allen County, Scottsville against Monroe County. Clinton County 4-25, heading into 16th district action against Russell County at Russell County. Barren County led 13-4 at the end of the first quarter, 34-12 at halftime, 53-19 after 3 periods of play, and win it by 33 tonight, 61-28. This is the CPC Commodities postgame report. Proven in our farm, made for yours. Clinton County had 12 field goals tonight. One of those a 3-point shot. They were 3 of 7 from the charity stripe. Braylee Mann with 9 points, 8 for Landry Moons, 5 for Abby Young, 2 points for Mackenzie Cope, and also 2 for Lauren Little tonight. For the Trojanettes, 24 field goals tonight, 3 3-pointers, And 10 of 13 for the charity stripe. 3 players in double figures. Elizabeth Bertram had 18 tonight. Had 6 baskets, 2 of those 3-pointers, and she was 4 for 4 from the foul line. 12 points for Raven Ennis off 5 field goals and 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Carly Delk scored 11 tonight. 5 field goals, 1 of 2 from the foul line. And just under double figures was Macy Lockhart. She finished the night with 9 points on 4 field goals and 1 free throw. And 5 points for Emma Hughes. She hit a 3-pointer tonight. 4 for Taylor Harlow and 2 for Eve Jackson off a couple of free throws. Katie Murphy did not score in the ball game. Went 0 for 2 from the foul line in the first period. So easy victory tonight, Robert. 61-28.
Did a good job taking care of business right from the get-go. As Piper said, took a second to get going, but maybe attributed to the long bus ride. Maybe it's been a little while since we've seen a zone, too. They threw that 3-2 zone at us. It took us a second to get readjusted, and good for us that we saw it tonight. I mentioned multiple times that Monroe will throw us a zone. I'm not sure if it's a 2-3, not sure if it's a maybe even a triangle and 2. You never know what coaches pull out in the postseason. A new wrinkle that you probably haven't seen, maybe something that's not even on film for us really to be able to practice with. But we know who we have on Monday, and tonight we were able to execute well enough to get a nice victory. We were 24 of 58 overall from the field for the game for 41%, so we shot it really well. Overall, we did not shoot it necessarily well from 3, only 3 of 15 for just 20%. Clinton County, just 12 field goals in the game. We were able to double their field goal number. We had 24, they had 12. They were 12 of 38 for just 32%. And a team that's made over 100 threes this year only made 1 tonight. They were 1 of 8 for just 13% from deep. Other things to look at, we out-rebounded them by 14, 24 to 38. We turned the ball over only 9 times, and 5 of those 9 were there in the last quarter. Clinton County turned it over 23, and we were able finally to get some points off those turnovers there a little bit later in the first quarter when we were really able to create some separation. I think at one point we were on a 16-0 run to really get the game underway and create separation that we never look back from.
Yep. So that concludes our girls' portion of the broadcast. We'll be having our pregame coverage of the boys coming up a little bit later, but they're having senior night here, so it's time to kind of make our picks as we do every year when we play Clinton County. It's the last game of the regular season. We always kind of analyze all the district tournaments throughout the 4th region and kind of make a prediction who we think might come out of those districts, not necessarily win the district, but who the 2 teams that will represent their district in the 4th region tournament at Diddle Arena. By the way, the 15th district starts Monday night. We'll have all the action of every tournament game throughout the 15th district and the 4th region from Diddle Arena right here on Nash Icon. And so we'll start out with the 13th district, Robert. On the girls' side, you've got Monday night, Logan County plays Todd County Central, and then on Tuesday it's Russellville against Franklin Simpson.
The first game is pretty easy to pick, you think?
Yeah.
We saw Todd County this year. Logan County is pretty good. Logan County, when you ultimately look at it, they are they're just 12 and 16. You would have thought they would have probably had a little bit better record coming back with everybody that they did last year, but they have been successful in that district. I expect them to win that one probably.
And they've lost some close games, I think, too. Maybe the reason why they have 16 losses, but still Logan County. And down in the bottom bracket, Russellville and Franklin Simpson. We did not see Russellville this year, but they have a winning record, but I'm not sure how strong their district has been. Franklin Simpson has a couple of starters out, and that may be a factor for them to knock off Russellville to get to the regional tournament.
Yeah, Glasgow was putting it to Franklin Simpson pretty handily when we were checking scores a little early. So Russellville did have 2 people on the coaches' all-region team. So, they've got a couple players that are capable. You put those things together, you kind of want to favor Russellville a little bit getting there for the first time in probably a long time, right?
Yep. Yeah, I can't remember the last time. I have to look it up to see the last time Russellville played in the regional tournament. Let's see. We go to the boys' side of the 13th district. Logan County, Monday night, will play Russellville. And then Franklin Simpson and Todd County Central on Tuesday. I know who my picks are.
Logan County has not lost a region game all year.
No.
Now, I'm not sure that they put Bowling Green or Warren Central.
I know.
But they have not lost a region game all year. So you have to favor them being 6-0 in that district, 1 in 24 games this year to move on in the first game easily. And they probably are favored overall in the region, or not in the region, I'm sorry, in that 13th district.
In the 13th district. No doubt, I think Logan County will win the 13th district. Franklin Simpson, probably the second best team in the district, so look for Logan and Franklin probably to come out of that 13th district boys side.
Agreed.
And that district's at Russellville, by the way. Let's go to the 14th district. Just found out about the girls because they had a three-way tie for second, and it was going to be interesting to see who was going to wind up playing Bowling Green possibly in that semifinal game. And the 4-5 will be Warren Central against Greenwood, and surprisingly Greenwood did not win a district game this year.
There was a very interesting possibility that could have happened. It could have been Warren East drawing that game, that 4 seed, but it just didn't happen out that way. Greenwood is obviously a good team. They do have a losing record, but they were able to beat us. I think they have some nice components. Yeah. Do they have the components that are able probably to win the first game? Yes, but do they have the components to be able to beat Bowling Green? I really don't think that's possible. So the other game could be really interesting, though, the Warren East game.
Warren East and South Warren.
Warren East, you want to think Warren East is trending upward, winning 17 games this year, and really South Warren with some injuries has trended downward since those, and really since the beginning of the year. They have a losing record. You wouldn't have thought that. You would have thought they would have probably been one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the region, but Warren East has actually been the team that's taken their spot.
They have really improved over the season, and it would not surprise me Warren East defeating South Warren on their home floor. And anything can happen there. I know they split during the regular season. The first time South Warren won by like 4 points, and I think that's when everybody was healthy. Maybe Stevenson might have been out, but now Button is out for them, and so that poses a little factor for South Warren. But then you got Bowling Green, the number 1 seed, probably going to be to the championship of that 14th district, but Warren East, South Warren could be interesting.
Yeah, Bowling Green hasn't lost in their district, hasn't lost in the region all year. Warren East was the closest probably
1 point
to beating them.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of interesting dynamics. Does Bowling Green have another gear to go into when they get to the postseason? I don't know. They're an RPI favorite over us right now with 4 points.
Yeah.
So they've been the number 1 team all year. You don't expect them to lose that district, but some crazy things have happened in that district over the year.
They sure have.
And just be very frank with you. If we are able to win our district, you want Bowling Green to win theirs too. You don't want Warren East to have some kind of wrench in this plan. You want to play Bowling Green in the region final. You don't want to play them necessarily before.
That's true.
So if Warren East was able to throw that upset, it really puts a wrinkle in there that you could play them in the first round as a region or as a first round region that should be a final.
That's true. You don't want to go in the regional tournament as a runner-up and play Bowling Green a winner.
Yeah, or the other way around.
You don't want them to.
Don't want
they'd be runner-up and your team winning the district.
That would be an awful draw for what's supposed to be a reward for winning the district.
That's right. Let's go to the 14th boys, and you've got in the 4-5 game South Warren against Warren East. The winner will have to play Warren Central, and then you got Bowling Green and Greenwood. The winner of that game goes to the regional tournament, and that could be an interesting game there because Greenwood's actually beat Bowling Green during the season.
Warren East has really struggled this year. It's they just haven't been able to put it together. And you would think South Warren would be able to win that game for the rights to play Warren Central. Can Warren Central be beaten? I don't think so. South Warren does have a little advantage with that boys game being on their home floor. And that 14th district has been closer this year than it has been in a long, long time. Right. For many years, the Bowling Greens and the Warren Centrals have just been head and shoulders above everybody else. But obviously Greenwood, I think, has just as good a chance as Bowling Green and Central to win that whole district.
I do too. And I think anything can happen there. Just depends on whoever shows up. Because I think Greenwood's very capable of winning the district tournament.
Any way you look at it,
there's no head and shoulders above anybody else this year.
A good team teams going to be left at home in that 14th district. That's the way it works with the 5-team district, and sometimes that's the way it works with a 14th
district. We've seen that, yes. Yeah, we've seen it with Barren County the last couple of years. So
that's right.
Hopefully this will be the year they'll turn the tide and make it back to the regional tournament. We'll leave the 15th for last. 16th, which involves Clinton County. The Lady Bulldogs have to play Russell County, the 1 seed, on their home floor. Metcalfe County against Cumberland County. And I would, you'd have to favor Russell County and Metcalfe County coming out of those 2 games to make it to the regional tournament.
I don't think there's a whole lot of conversation about either one of those, right?
No. If Metcalfe County can shoot the 3, they may give Russell County problems in the championship game.
They beat them, right?
They did beat them once. They did beat them once in the regular season.
Yeah. Really early in the year, I think they were able to beat. They had a good win against Russell County early, and they had a good win against Glasgow here late. So when they're hitting that 3 like they did in the first half against us, they're a completely different ball club that can literally play with anybody. Right. So that gives them a different dynamic.
Yep. And on the boys' side, Clinton County traditionally wins the 16th district, and Russell County is usually the runner-up, even though Metcalfe County made it last year for the first time in, 8 years? And they beat Clinton in the All-A Region tournament, and they've lost to Clinton close the other 2 times they played them. I mean, it hasn't been any lopsided games. Of course, on a neutral floor, you don't know what's going to happen. Russell County plays Cumberland County in the other game. So, I don't know. You kind of have to pick Clinton, slight favorite there, but I wouldn't count Metcalfe County out.
The boys' banners are on this side. I don't know. They're over there, but they don't put runners-up on there. I think it would have to be a long time since Clinton has not been to the regional tournament. They're usually...
you can look at the banners there and see that they've been... several years in a row. I'd have to look back to see the last time they didn't make it. It's been a while.
But if Clinton County was picking, I don't think they would want to draw Metcalfe in that first game. No, but it's just the way it worked out that they were able to win the All-A, which is basically every team in this district is in the All-A except for Russell County, right?
Yep.
So they were able to beat 3 out of those 4 teams and get to the All-A state tournament, but they weren't able to ever beat them in the regular season.
That's true. So I think anything can happen there. Just depends on who's hot. But Clinton County normally plays good at tournament time. Not necessarily the regional tournament, but they do in the district tournament. But Russell County, Cumberland County, it's on Russell County's floor. So when you think that they might have a slight edge in that game,
I would think so.
Yeah. All right, now the most important one we want to talk about is the 15th district, and it's going to be interesting to see some of these games, how they turn out. But let's look at the girls' side first. We'll start out with, of course, Barren County and Monroe County, both blowout ball games, 32 and by 33. But Monroe County will come ready to play. They're on a neutral floor, but the Trojanettes need to start the game on a good note, not be sluggish that first quarter. I mean, they get things going, seems like, after the first quarter, but you just want to put the foot on the gas from the start.
From the Trojanettes standpoint, I think we're really happy that we don't have to go to Monroe County again.
That
has not been a great place for us to play the district tournament, even though our last 2 region winners have played district tournaments at that Monroe County site. We've had 2 really good games to have to win to advance on. The McKenzie England 3, and it was just a fluke that we were able to beat. Well, it wasn't a fluke. It was just lucky that we were able to beat Allen County in 07 many years ago.
Yeah.
So glad it's at Allen County. Glad that we're kind of away from Monroe County, playing Monroe County. There's a little competitiveness in them that I think that we have to just this is a harsh word, I think, maybe stomp out early on and take out any hope that they have in pulling that upset. The earlier you do that, the better off you are.
Yeah, we're talking about the tournaments next week.
I'm going to be honest with you. Just as a amendum to what we're doing, they are recognizing about 7 different things right now. They're halfway around the gym, and they've got their parents and students out in the hallways. I haven't seen the end of the parent line yet.
I haven't either, no.
And we've been going here for probably a good 10, 12 minutes, right?
At least.
I'm not sure how much longer they got to go, but I would say they probably got another good 15 minutes in this senior night, and then we got the whole 20 that you actually have for warm-up. So this is tough on the guys. To be dressed. You're as soon as that girls' game hits the buzzer, you're out there on the floor warming up and ready to go. So not only do you have a long bus ride, but then you have a long wait. I think they took bands tonight, but same difference. A long wait in between games to really get excited and pumped up to go out here and play against a really scrappy Clinton County team.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see. Let's go back to the girls' 15th district again. Barren County is the favorite.
Yeah.
Is the favorite. Glasgow probably, of course, Barren's been rated number 2 in the region all year. Glasgow's been rated 3 in the region a lot of the season. But, you look at the 1-4, the 2-3 this year. I mean, Barren County should beat Monroe County handily. I'm going to say that. Should.
Right.
Glasgow should beat Allen County Scottsville, even though they're playing a little better than they have been here as of late. But, it's got to be a Barren-Glasgow district final, I think.
That's what should happen. We've kind of said that all year, that Glasgow and Barren County are the two girls teams that are just a little bit better than everybody else. So you almost have a separation there between the 1 and the 2, and then the 3 and the 4. So if there was an upset, I don't look for it to be in the 15th. Now, that's not saying there can't be, but I'd say that's the least likely district that it's going to happen in, especially in the girls' side.
And then on the boys' side of the 15th district, which is going to be very interesting because we can look at the 1-4. Now, not too many 4 seeds beat a 1. They've been more likely in the boys' side than they have the girls' side, but it's been a while since a 4 beat a 1. And I've got the information put away here somewhere that I had earlier, but I'd have to dig it out and it'd take too long to find it. But Barren County beat Monroe twice. Both they were close both times. One by 10 at Barren and one by just 2 at Monroe. And but I know from what been told and talked about that you would rather play Monroe on a neutral floor than to play Allen County Scottsville on their home floor, because I'm going to tell you, the Glasgow-Allen County Scottsville game, man, that could be a war. Of course, the first one could be too, between Barren and Monroe. I'm not, but that's going to be. If you were making predictions, just making a prediction, you would have to think Barren could beat Monroe. Most people would think that.
Yeah.
But you can't count out Monroe County, even though they're the 4 seed. That's a dangerous game right there. It's always a tough one. Glasgow, Allen County, Scottsville. What about Allen County, Scottsville beating Glasgow on their home floor the second time around? Glasgow pretty much handled the Patriots earlier in the season. I think they won by like 19 or so.
They won 61-42.
Okay,
so they
19
won 19
points.
But
and then Allen beat Glasgow by 1. 65-64 at Glasgow.
So they won on each other's home floors then, right? The away team won both times.
Will Jaden Franklin be healthy for Glasgow?
That's the ultimate question.
That's a question.
And they're a different basketball team when Jaden Franklin obviously plays. They really struggled middle of the season without him. They lost in one stretch. They lost, 5 out of 6 games when he wasn't playing in middle of January. One of those losses was to us, the 17-point victory that we had at Barren County. So they're a completely different basketball team without him. Obviously, Nick Sorrell is a first-team all-region player, their best player who can really put them on his back and carry them. But I don't think Allen County will go down without a fight. They have some really good kids. They have a very balanced scoring load, and anything's possible in that game. If those two teams play, I'd say Glasgow wins, 6 out of 10 times probably, So
there's going to be one decent team that's not going to make it to the possibly 2. Yeah. I mean, I know that Monroe County doesn't have a winning record, but they've lost some close ball games, and all I can say is the Trojans better be ready to go from the tip.
I mean, if those two teams played 10 times, they might beat us twice, maybe. But it is obviously possible, and I think it's fair to say, and this is not speaking for Warren, but if you ask Warren, were we playing really well when we went down to Tompkinsville? No. I think we have, and we might come out and not play well tonight, but ultimately, I think we have, in a lot of ways, turned a corner with how our basketball team is playing. We've turned a corner and kind of put some of those bad habits behind us. Everybody is playing as best as they can possibly right now. Will Bandy is playing phenomenal. And I'll just go ahead and do this real quick, but it is an absolute travesty that Will Bandy is not on any of the 3 all-region teams by these coaches. I don't understand that at all. There's multiple teams with multiple kids, and if we are a top 5 team in this region, which I think we are.
Yeah, we've been rated number 4 this week.
If we deserve 2 kids on that team. I know Coach Cunningham is Coach of the Year. Aiden's a first-team player. Will Bandy is an all-region player. And if he wasn't that type of player, our team wouldn't be where it is. Obviously, we have some really good kids surrounding Aiden and Will, but it is an absolute injustice to what he has been able to do. 1,000-point-plus score, leaving it off, and you know, in 20 years, could you be able to ask a random fan if Will Bandy was on that region team or not? They wouldn't remember that, but Will, and that's just not fair to him and what he's been able to do. In his career here at Barren County. So
I agree. Well, they're just about ready to get to the end.
We see the end of the line.
I think we do see that now. So anyway, we've talked about all the districts, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a lot of excitement. Going to be some happy faces, and there are going to be some sad faces.
Be a lot of good.
That's why they call it the second season and 1 game sudden death.
Right. It'll be a lot of good games. I wish you could be everywhere, but you'll have a lot of score updates, checking scores, and be able to see some of those games that we pick as potential sleeper games or possible upsets all throughout. We do not have a game Wednesday for the first time in a long time, and might even go down to Bowling Green and watch that 2-3 game between Bowling Green and Greenwood. I'm not sure you'll be able to get down to the end of the gym at that game, but it should be one of the better games. And if you got a night off, that'd be a good game to go watch it if you take a break from the 15th district.
That is true. I think we're at the end of the line.
Last one.
For senior night here at Clinton County High School in Albany. This has been going on, 25 minutes or so?
The girls' game was over at approximately 7-ish.
Yes.
At 7:30.
So at about 7:05 when things kind of got started. And so now it is 7:31. All right. Well, we got the Bulldogs here on their home court. Trojans with the game at 20-8. Clinton County's 21-6. And we'll talk about the matchup as we're going to take a break, and we will come back with the pregame coverage of the Barren County Trojans and the Clinton County Bulldogs. And always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. back in Albany as we get set for the Trojans and the Bulldogs. Todd Messer, his 15th season here in Albany, coaching the Clinton County Bulldogs. Are 21-6 on the year. They beat South Warren on Tuesday night by a score of 50-44. And then last Friday night, they defeated Monroe County 59-53. They've won 6 in a row. They've lost their 2 best players from last year in Jackson Harlan, who now is at WKU, and Seth Stockton, who plays at Campbellsville University. They're rated 7th in one poll, number 6 in another, and 4 in another poll. They've kind of been tossed around a little bit throughout the season. They play Metcalfe County in the 16th District next week at Russell County. The Trojans are 20-8, rated 4th in 2 polls, 5th in another, defeating Metcalfe County to their lowest point total of the year, 64-38 on Tuesday night. Will Bandy had 27 points and 13 rebounds. Aiden Eichen had 13 points, and Gavin Withrow added 10 in that game. Trojans shot 43% of the field on 27 of 63 and hit 4 out of 15 three-point shots. Did get 38 rebounds in that game. And, of course, the Trojans play Monroe County Monday night at Allen County, Scottsville, with the winner going to the regional tournament at Diddle Arena. And, again, all the action right here on Nash Icon beginning Monday night. Clinton County has won the last 2 meetings against the Trojans. And out of the last 14 years, they've had 13 winning seasons. They've had 7 20-plus win seasons. Been the 16th District champs 5 times, runner-up 5 times under Coach Todd Messer. They had some close losses this year. Lost to Franklin by 1, Greenwood by 7, Logan County by 9 and by 12, Louisville Collegiate by 2, and Metcalfe County by 2. They've also had some close wins this year, defeating Metcalfe by 4 and by 6. So that shows you how that stacks up in that 16th District tournament matchup game. Losing to Metcalfe by 2, but winning by 4 and by 6. Now, how close will that game be next week in the 16th District tournament? Other wins close against Taylor County by 6, Louisville Eastern by 2, Grayson by 8, Cumberland County by 4, Russell County by 4, Allen County, Scottsville by 3, McCreary Central by 6, and Monroe County by 6. But Todd Messer has been pretty successful here at Clinton County. He's taken several teams to the regional tournament. Hasn't been to the championship game, but they've been to the 4th Region semifinals several times.
Well, I say this every year that these two guys meet. This is, in my opinion, 2 of the better coaches in the 4th Region. Obviously, Warren winning Coach of the Year, but, you know, there's a lot of coaches that are really good coaches that don't win that award every year, and Todd down here is one of the coaches that coaches his guys up as good as anybody and gets the most out of kids like anybody else in the region does. So I enjoy watching him coach. He's going to obviously get a few calls down here the way he works the officials, and you expect that back and forth. But he's always got a fun ball club to watch. And if you ask him, I'm sure he's not extremely happy that he ran the table in his district and then sees Metcalfe, a team that he's barely beaten twice and actually gotten beat by once. So that's probably not his preferred draw to make it to the district final in the region tournament.
Right. And they average 55 points a game. They give up 48 to their opponents. They shoot 42% of the field. They've only hit 97 threes this year at shooting at 27.7%, but they're a pretty good free throw shooting team. They shoot 70% from the line. And again, they lost their 2 best players last year, and they were pretty good players. Jackson Harlan, the 6'5 guard. Seth Stockton, who was one of the top rebounders in the state.
Yeah.
And, of course, Harlan went to WKU, Stockton at Campbellsville. And but they've got they only have one player that averages in double figures this year, and that's Chase Steins, a 6'3 junior that averages 15.5 points a game.
They obviously are going to take a decline in that three-point shooting with Harlan going to Western, who was a really, really good shooter, really good scorer for them. Steins is a good player, too. He wasn't able to make it onto the all-region team either, but he is a leader for them and somebody that we're going to have to pay attention to and make sure we know where he is. If he gets 15-20, they've got a really good chance to win.
Yep. Trojans are averaging 66 points a game. Their opponent's 53, shooting 45.5% from the field, 34.5% behind the arc, with 148 threes made this year, 67.4% from the foul line, 32 rebounds a game. And we talked about Clinton has won the last two meetings. Last year, it was a blowout. Clinton won 63-32 last year. They finished 24-8. They won the 16th district, went all the way to the 4th region semifinals. The year before that, the Bulldogs won by 7. And that game was here in Albany 2 years ago. They finished 18-13. They've not had a losing season since 2008 when they went 8-20. And talked about they had 7 20-plus win seasons.
Just become the norm down here.
Yeah.
You just expect Clinton County to be the top team in this district. Clinton County to always be a good game to end the year on. I really like being able to always count on them, giving you good competition. You don't have to worry about your kids just kind of passing over this last game and looking to the district tournament because you have one of your better teams you played all year that have to beat before you can head that way.
And against 15th district teams this year, Clinton County has beaten every team out of the 15th district. They beat Monroe County by 19 and by 6. They beat Glasgow by 12. And they beat Allen County Scottsville by 3. So they are 4-0 against teams in the 15th district.
And they're playing really good. They're playing really good. They have won 12 out of their last 13 games. If you take it all the way back that far, you look at Barren County, we've won 13 out of our last 15. So you take it all the way back, this is two of the teams, two of the better teams in this region, two of the teams that are playing their best basketball right now at this time of the year. So it should be a good gauge on where we actually are. And if you really, I'm going to say it's two of the top 5 teams in the region probably going at it here again tonight. So I know that leaves a good team out, but we went all throughout those tournament picks. The reason some of those picks are hard to make is because we can throw 8 teams in a bag and pull one out, and they could be the region champion. Yeah. And ultimately, probably one of those teams won't even make it to Diddle Arena to be there to compete for it. So
that's right.
Ultimately, when you get there, probably 5 out of 8 have a realistic chance to win, and the draw is going to play a big as role as anything this year. So you definitely want to go in as a district winner to make your path a little bit easier than it would if you weren't able to make it there.
Right. 12 minutes away from the Trojans and Bulldogs. We're going to take a break. Our pregame report is brought to you by Zaxby's with a new Caribbean jerk filet sandwich or the boneless wings meal. Try them today at Zaxby's. Back with more here from Albany after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. Welcome back to Albany, Kentucky. On this Thursday night, the last night of the regular season before we head to district tournament play Monday night at Allen County, Scottsville. Clinton County 21-6, Barren County 20-8. And look at the scoreboard on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Give you one final here. Robert may have a few others. It was Glasgow girls winning over Franklin Simpson tonight, 56-18.
I've got a strange final. You want
strange final?
A little different one. We don't give a whole lot of 16th region scores.
Oh, 16th region.
But Ashland's boys won 70-40 tonight over Rose Hill. Why is that significant? Ashland's boys are the only team left in Kentucky that are undefeated.
Wow.
They're number one team in the state, boys team.
Didn't realize that.
28-0. They were the number one play on SportsCenter the other night. They hit about a 70-footer at the buzzer to beat West Carter to stay undefeated, and tonight they completed an undefeated regular season. It's been since, I think, the 40s since we've had a state champion in the state of Kentucky to go undefeated. Yes.
Of course, John Harden tried that last year, but lost the first game of the state tournament.
Yeah. It's tough to. It's definitely tough to run the table, especially when you get everybody gunning for you, and you get to see some other regions that you don't normally see, especially coming from the 16th, like Ashland Paul Blazer would.
Right. Trojanettes won earlier tonight over Clinton County, 61-28. Finished the regular season at 24-6, heading into tournament play Monday night. Logan County girls and boys at Cumberland County tonight. We mentioned Franklin's at Glasgow, South Warren girls at Hopkinsville, Bowling Green girls at Russell County, Monroe County at Warren East tonight. Girl-boy doubleheader. Allen County Scottsville boys at Russellville. The area schedule brought to you by NHC Healthcare Glasgow, carrying it a better way day by day. We'll come back with more pregame coverage here from Albany, the Trojans and the Bulldogs. After this break, this is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. Starting lineups of tonight's game, sponsored by South Central Rural Telephone Cooperative, SCRTC. Get things started with SCRTC's fast and reliable internet speeds today. The Clinton County Bulldogs, 21-6, under head coach Todd Messer. Starting Chase Steins, a 6'3 junior, averaging 15.4 points, 5 rebounds a game. Nick Brown, a 6'1 junior, 9.3 points, 4.7 rebounds a game. Evan Dearborn, a 6'3 senior, 7.5 points, and just over 4 boards a game. Caleb Guffey, 6'3 senior, 7.4 points a game. And Nick Delk, a 6'5 sophomore, averages 6 points a game for the Bulldogs. Barren County Trojans under KABC 4th Region Coach of the Year Warren Cunningham in his 12th season at Barren County as head coach. His assistant coaches Lee Johnson, Matt Gardner, Jared Browning, and Austin Burge. Jacob Shaw, 6'1", 183 senior, averaging just under 10 points a game at 9.7. Gavin Withrow, 5'8", 150 junior, averaging just under 6 points a game at 5.8. Will Bandy, 6'6", 212 senior, 13.5 points, 6.5 rebounds a game. Aiden Niken, 6'5", 204 sophomore, 16.7 points and 7 rebounds a game. And Tyler Bush, 6 foot, 183 senior, 4 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. There's your starting lineups. When we come back, we'll have the tip-off of the Trojans and Bulldogs here in Albany as you're following the action from Barren County High School basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. And you're hearing the action on 103.7 Nash Icon WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at the new 104thescore.com and on BCHS Live tonight. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer, high above courtside here at Clinton County High School in Albany. Matthew Clark back to the studios of Nash Icon on the controls. Trojans across the way to our right, Clinton County down the way to our left. Trojans tonight in gold uniforms, burgundy and gold numbers outlined in white, and the Bulldogs will be in their home white with blue numbers and lettering, and Bulldog across the front of their jerseys. As we'll get set for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Tip-Off, our first quarter of action, sponsored by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. And the officials for tonight's game, the same three we had in the girls' game: Terry Baldwin, Casey Tooley, and Paul Carter. And the officials sponsored by Scotty's Contracting and Stone, committed to providing all customers the same level of highest quality, no matter the size of the project. This ought to be a good one. Barren County, according to the Cantrill ratings, are favored by 6 points. On the RPI, KHSAA RPI, Clinton County is favored by 3. Well, and already got a score. Glasgow Franklin Simpson must not be senior night at Glasgow tonight. Franklin Simpson leading Glasgow 14-11 after one period. So they will get done before we will.
Definitely. Their girls' game was a running clock, too. Their girls won, 56-18? So,
right.
You mentioned about the crowd here.
Uh-huh.
This is not only it's just so discombobulated. You would say there's a really good crowd, but you don't know who has a good crowd. Clearly, Clinton has a little bit bigger crowd than we do, but they sit on both sides. They sit on what would be the home side and the visitor side, so you're just all intermingled in between them. So you've got somebody sitting beside each other that's cheering for Barren, and the other person cheering for Clinton. It's honestly the weirdest situation that you ever have.
That's true.
But they make it work here.
Barren County already out on the floor, and the Bulldogs in a huddle with Coach Todd Messer. Trojans will be going right to left here in the first half. Clinton County coming left to right. And Aiden Niken waiting to get in the jump circle. He will go up against Parker Talent, who's going to start tonight, 6'3" senior. I guess Coach Messer decided to start his seniors tonight, being senior night, but Niken easily gets the tap to Shaw, and he's going to bounce it off to Withrow. Withrow gives it over to Niken. They got Steins guarding Niken. Here's Shaw in the middle. Turnaround shot by Niken. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Brown. He gives to Steins.
Couldn't ask for a better look, though, to open it up. A wide-open 8-footer. Just missed it.
Steins angles off to the right side. He'll give it out to Brown. Now they work it into the paint there to Dearborn. And now they slip it down low in there. Here's a spin move and a hook shot on the way. No good. Rebound pulled down by Niken off the missed shot from Guffey. Bounce pass off to Bush to the right side. He'll give it to Bandy. He's going to pull the trigger for a three. It's coming off. Rebound taken by Guffey for Clinton County. He'll give it to Steins, and he'll bring it up court. Steins, right side, hands it off to Brown. Out it comes to Talent. That Talent bounces it off the right side to Guffey. Guffey fires in the middle to Stein, spin move, and bounces over the left side now to Brown. Back out to Steins. Feeds it inside there. Here's a spin move against Bandy. Puts it up short. Bandy gets the rebound off the missed shot from Guffey. Here come the Trojans into the front court. Withrow off to Niken. He'll try it from 8. Got it. A lot of traffic there, but Niken able to raise high and pull the trigger for 8-foot jumper. Barren County on top, 2-0. We played a minute and a half. Bounce pass a high post and a give and go. Here's Steins. Lost control of it. He traveled.
Very similar play to what the Trojans run, and we defended it really well, causing them to turn it over. We got a walk call within the first minute and a half.
Yeah. Got the walk calls in the fourth quarter of the girls' game. Didn't get any first three. Shaw looks and goes to Niken. Niken trying to make a move into traffic. Dumps it down to Bush. Here's a 10-footer at the top of the backboard. Here come the Bulldogs. Right side, Steins in the corner. They give it to Brown. Now back to Steins, trying to split the defenders. Gets cut off in there. Gives it back to Brown. He's guarded by Withrow out front. Now Brown starts his dribble left, bounces with the left elbow, Talent with it. Now gives it out to Dearborn for a three. It's good. That's his 47th three-point shot of the year.
He's got more than double the next player on the team, so we got to match up.
Bush with the basketball gives to Niken. Clinton leads it 3-2. Niken, jumper, 14-footer, no. Rebound to Clinton County's Brown. And now Steins is going to walk it up over the midcourt stripe for the Bulldogs.
Forcing us to take a lot of jump shots early.
Steins gives it off now to Brown. Brown lobs it over to Talent. He's going to fire up a three-point shot. No. Rebound, knocked down. Well, they came over the back of Shaw there, but didn't call it. Ball gets loose. Here comes Niken. Niken to the bucket against his defender. Missed the shot badly. Rebound to Clinton County. Steins. Steins will work it. Right side of the floor. Out to Dearborn. Dearborn out behind the arc of the left side. Back out to Steins. Out between the circles. Now Steins is guarded by Tyler Bush. He'll throw it left elbow out to Guffey. Now here's Dearborn working right side of the lane. Throws it up. It is no good, but a foul. And they're going to put it on Bandy.
Yes. Couldn't get around multiple screens. Got to step up, hedge off, and help on those screens. So we made Bandy go the long way around, and that's what got him trailing and got the foul call.
And so Dearborn, or rather Brown at the line, he's an 85% foul shooter. In and out. Clinton County leads 3-2 with 4:38 to play here in the first quarter.
It's one field goal each way.
Yeah. Brown for the second free throw shot. It's good. 4-2, Clinton County. And Shaw brings it across the timeline for the Trojans. Right side it goes to Bush, back to Shaw. He goes left side, hands it off to Withrow. Fires it over to Bush and back to Withrow. Swings it left side to Shaw. Bandy sets a screen. Pulls up left of the circle. Throws it back to the right side to Shaw, or rather to Bush. Bush goes right side to Withrow. Withrow putting down the dribble. Straight away back to Shaw. Gives to Bandy in the corner. Now to give and go. Here's Bandy to the reverse shot. No good. Man, that was all over the rim. And we're going to get a foul on Aiden Niken as Dearborn, or rather Brown, went to the floor. And on Niken, his first, team second.
Tried to push him out of the way and got caught because it was right in front of the official. I think they're in a little 3-2 matchup zone is what they're actually in, and we're having a hard time figuring it out.
And it's Chase Steins with the basketball for Clinton County. Into the front court to the right side. Looks, still looking. Gets with the basketball to Brown. Brown back to Steins. Now Steins comes out to the middle of the floor. Angles off left. Looks right. Gives it out to Brown. Now feeds it in there to Dearborn. Dearborn bounce pass down low to Guffey. Guffey working a move in to Bandy. Hook shot good.
Got to be careful there. We can't pick up another foul.
5-2 Clinton County. Shaw around the top of the horn on the left side. Pulls up, can't shoot. Bounces down to Bandy. Turnaround shot is good. A twisting shot there for Bandy, but he got it to go.
That's our last four. We needed that one to go for.
5-4 the score. Steins straight away against Bush. Takes it to the left side and goes under. High shot, no. Air ball. Niken lost the handle, put up and in by Talent. 8-4. Shaw turns and gives it back to Niken. 17-footer straight away. No good. Chased down by Bush, and he threw it off of Steins, diving for it. Tried to save it in bounds, and Barren County will keep it.
We're having a really hard time on defense getting around the screens that their big guys are setting on a block. So we're going to have to make an adjustment and not let either them stand there and set those screens, have our big guys push them off the block, or switch or do something. We're just going to have to communicate a little bit better.
Cody Lane, 5'11 senior. Ryan Shirley, 6'1 sophomore, is checked into the lineup for Coach Warren Cunningham as they'll join Shaw, Niken, and Bandy on the court. 2:35 to play here in the quarter. Here's Shirley giving it back out to Niken. Now Niken fires it down to Shirley. He puts it up and in and draws a foul.
Slipped down to that block area, and Niken was drawing all the attention, as he has all night, so Shirley had an easy hoop.
Steins picks up the foul. Be the first foul on Clinton County. Talent's going to check out of the ball game for Coach Todd Messer. And in for him is Nick Delk, who usually starts, 6'5 sophomore. And here's Shirley's free throw toss. It's good. 3-point play for Ryan Shirley. Makes it an 8-7 ball game. As Steins brings it up for the Bulldogs. Trying to get things set up here. Bounce pass off to Dearborn underneath to Brown. Brown has to reverse it back out. Steins within the left corner, tries to go baseline. Runs into Cody Lane. Offensive foul on Steins, and that's 2. And Todd Messer is going to bring him out of the ball game for Clinton County. He'll be replaced by Bryson Cross, a 6-foot sophomore.
It's a game-changing type foul when you have to put 15 points on the bench and nobody else scores in double figures for you.
And Jacob Shaw will bring it and give it to Niken. Niken starts his move off to the left side. Reverses back to the right. Down to minute 55 to play here in the quarter. Niken out top lane. Takes it left side. Gives it to Shaw. Now Shaw will throw it back out to Niken. Niken off to Bandy. Turnaround 15-footer. It's in and out. And a rebound taken in there by Brown for Clinton County. As Cross, who came in for Steins, playing the point right now. Dearborn off to Brown. Brown will circle it out. Minute 26 to play in the quarter. Bounces back to Cross, getting pressure from Cody Lane. And here goes Brown driving. He'll throw it off to the left corner. Shot in the air. Good. Three-pointer for Dearborn. That's 2 of them. And it's 11-7 Clinton County. Right side corner, Cody Lane. Out to Shaw. Oh, it's knocked away. Out of bounds at midcourt by Delk as they try to go back to Nikon with it. And Mason Griggs is checking into the Trojan lineup now for Will Bandy. Griggs, a 6-foot sophomore. Back in for Clinton County is Parker Talent, as he came in for Caleb Guffey. Nikon gives it to Shaw. Bounces it out to Griggs, and he's going to play the point. Right side goes to Nikon. Gets a screen from Lane. Pulls up the right elbow. Lost the handle. Loose ball in the lane again. Shirley's got it. Splits the defenders. He may have got fouled there, but no whistle. Coming out there with it is Dearborn. Cross against Cody Lane. Sends it off now to Delk. Now Delk's guarded by Nikon. He'll hand it off out there to Brown. And now with it is Cross. Bounces back out to Delk. Down to 17 seconds to play here in the first. Delk gives it back to Cross. Cross swinging his arms around against Cody Lane. Back to right side. Delk throws it off in the corner. Had to throw it away. He was falling out of bounds. Here's Cody Lane. He's got to put it up. Fires it up at the horn. It's going to be an air ball. That's the end of the first quarter. After one here in Albany, it's Clinton County 11 and Barren County 7. We'll come back with the second quarter after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. Second quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Trojans down 11-7 at Clinton County here in Albany. A couple of changes in the lineup. Tate Pointer's in a ball game for the Trojans. And here's a driving shot, no good for Cross. Rebound Talent, he'll throw it back up, no good. Bandy snags a rebound for the Trojans. Alley pass comes to Shaw. Shaw breaks the middle, fires it off in the right corner. Here's Griggs going up the baseline, bounces off the left corner to Pointer. Back out it comes to Bandy. Fires it down to Griggs. He'll go under, kicks it back to Bandy. Three ball in the air. No, it's off the right side of the rim. Offensive rebound by Ryan Shirley, gives it back out to Shaw. Now Shaw will give to Pointer. Left side it comes to Griggs. Griggs finds an opening, goes to the basket, puts it up, and an offensive foul on Griggs. Crashed into the Clinton County defender. It's been the third team foul of the Trojans here in the first half, as they have a new player in the ball game as well. Number 44, Blake Melton, a 5'11 sophomore. This is Cross, works against Pointer, almost lost the handle. Pointer trying to stay with him there. Gives it to Delk. He's guarded by Shaw. Delk driving to the right side. Gives it off in the corner. They're not calling those walks again. Here's Delk, long range right, and a collision and a blocking foul on Shaw. His first, team's fourth.
Had to take a charge when his body wasn't even square. He just saw that elbow get extended and tried to buy one. Jacob Shaw checking out of the ball game. Here's a lob and a Delk. Almost knocked away by Griggs.
Here's Brown working against Withrow. Down to the free throw line, giving it back out to Cross to set up. Cross trying to make a move on Pointer. Down the lane, jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound to Tay Pointer for the Trojans. He'll give it off to Ryan Shirley. Over goes to Bandy. Bandy on the right side of the floor. Back out now to Pointer. Pointer dribbling to the right. Bounce pass off to Griggs. Griggs in the corner. Jump pass back out to Withrow. Penetrating the lane. His jumper in the lane. Good.
Good job finding a gap in the zone.
11-9. Barren trailing by 2. Cross with the basketball. Chase Steins, the leading scorer for Clinton, is on the bench with 2 fouls.
We're going zone.
And now Delk gets it out to Cross. They'll feed it into Melton. Back over it goes on the left side for Delk. It's off the mark. Rebound. Ryan Shirley falling out of bounds. Gives it to Withrow. And then coming up the court, Shirley's got it for the Trojans. He'll feed it down to Bandy on the left side against Melton. Now Bandy back out to Withrow. Top of the circle. Back to Bandy. There's an opening right there. Griggs has got it in the lane. Turns and throws it back to Pointer on the right wing. Didn't shoot the 3. He'll pull up with a 15-footer. That's off the mark. The ball hits the floor, and Parker Talent picks it up for Clinton County. And here comes Cross with it for the Bulldogs against Tay Pointer. Works it to the left side, gives it to Melton. He'll send it over to Delk. Out top, here's Brown. Brown back over to Melton. In the corner, Cross with it. And whistle away from the ball. What we got?
Legal screen.
And it'll be on Melton. Or no, is it on Melton or Brown?
23.
Brown.
Yeah.
That'll be his first. Clinton County's third of the half.
They're going to put Steins back in.
Steins is coming back in. So is Guffey. So is Dearborn.
Well, you know what Warren should do? It's harder to do against a zone, attack somebody in foul trouble. But you can still have to try.
Pointer looking for Shirley. Can't find him. Withrow back to Pointer. Left side it goes to Shirley. Back out to Pointer. Right side over to Withrow. Trying to penetrate into the key. Gives it back to Shirley. Over to Pointer. Here's Alao. Bad pass. Picked off by Steins. He tried to go to Bandy.
Yeah. Had him for a second, but it closed quick.
Here's Steins driving against Shirley. Puts it up. It is good. It's going to count. Foul on Ryan Shirley.
Ryan doing everything he can to keep him in front of him. And I thought he did a pretty decent job. That should have been a no call, one you let go.
Steins' first basket makes it 13-9. Clinton County with 4:43 to play here in the first half. Tyler Bush coming back in. Ryan, Aiden Niken, also Jacob Shaw. And Steins, 72.5% foul shooter, puts it in the air, missed it off the front of the rim. Ball gets loose, and Steins saves it in bounds, and then threw it off of Shaw.
The official fell down, and I'm not sure how he saw it.
So they're going to give it to Clinton County. Now we may have an overruling here.
There's no way he saw it. He had to just get up and guess. The guy who fell down is going to overrule the 2 officials that were standing up and had a better view at it, so it'll stay Clinton County ball.
Comes out to Steins. Steins dribbles the basketball. 4.5 minutes to play in the second. Starts his move against Bush. Trying to muscle it up. Try to reverse it up. No good. Bandy with a rebound. Trying to get people off of him. Going to get a foul called on Delk. His first, team's fourth. Barren County's basketball. Franklin Simpson leads Glasgow 29-21 at halftime. Franklin Simpson's hit 7 threes in the first half. 21 out of 29 points from behind the arc. Shaw looking for Bandy. Floats it down to him. He turns, throws it back across to Withrow. He'll throw it out to Shaw. Long 3. Good. That was 25 feet. Jacob Shaw with his 49th three-point shot of the year for the Trojans.
First one of the game.
First one of the game. A People's Bank 3 for the senior. And what we got here? Got student section from Clinton County getting a little too close to the playing floor.
Yeah, they were.
And the Bulldog pound down here to our right.
They were out pretty much within 3 feet of the playing floor, so they stopped it and pushed him back and made him at least go back to the bleachers.
So Steins with it for the Bulldogs. Bounce pass left to Delk. And Delk covered up by Niken. Losing the ball gets away from Cross, and Withrow's got it for the Trojans. Pulls up, 15-footer. It bounces off the rim, and we'll get a foul on Tyler Bush as Steins goes to the deck. That'll be his first. Barren, 6th of the half. And Clinton County wants a 30-second timeout. With 3:26 to play here in the first half, it is a low-scoring basketball game. Clinton County 13, Barren County 12.
Yeah, they've got one field goal this quarter. We've got two, one of those being a three-pointer. But both teams just turning up the defensive effort. We're shooting a ton of jump shots. I'm not sure that we would have any bucket that would be considered a true paint point. Definitely no layups that we've been able to get. Neither team really. Clinton County turned it over 5 times in the first quarter, too, and we couldn't even capitalize on those. So the game is, as you would expect, a very rough game, a physical game.
Yep.
And it is that way every time we play them.
That is correct. Clinton County with the basketball. Cross will work against Withrow as he brings it in front court. Out of the right side, he picks up his dribble, and he gives it off to Steins. Got Tyler Bush guarding him. Out to Guffey, back to Steins. 3:10 left to play in a half, 13-12. Now Steins with a spin move, shot off the glass, good. Tough shot for Chase Steins, 15-12 Clinton. Withrow angling off left side for the Trojans. He'll give it out to Niken. Niken gets a screen from Bandy. Over to Shaw. Wanted to shoot the three again. Drives in, goes to the basket, puts it in and one.
That's what we need a little bit more of, finding some lanes and making them come get us. If they don't, like they did not there, we need to continue to attack.
The foul was on Delk, his second. He's the second starter to pick up 2 for the Bulldogs, the team's 5th of the half. And Shaw at the line. His shot goes up. It's good. Completes a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. He hit a 3-pointer just a little bit ago. And now we're tied at 15 with 2:47 to play in the half. One of the lower scoring games we've seen in a long time. As Dearborn fires it down into the corner. Guffey out to Dearborn for 3. Got it. That's his 3rd 3 of the game. He has all of them for Clinton County.
I would argue his foot was all over the line on that one, though.
18-15. I didn't catch it. Here's a 3 by Shaw. Got it.
That's an answer, and that one was not an easy shot. Hand in the face.
Tied at 18 with 2:12 to go in the second quarter. And Jacob Shaw with all 9 of his points here in the second. And here's a pass picked off in the lane by Withrow. Withrow now needs some help. Gets rid of the basket. Ooh, threw it away.
A little wide.
Mason Griggs checking back into the Trojan lineup with 2 minutes to play here in the half. And an 18-18 ball game, a score you would see after 1 period. And here's Steins with the basketball for Clinton County. Gives it out to Brown. Brown out between the circles. Top of the key, gives it in there to Dearborn. Dearborn curls out to the wing. He'll give it back to Brown. Over it goes to Steins. Steins making a move on Bush. Driving, pump fake, can't shoot. Throws it back out to Brown. Brown working against Niken. Here's Dearborn off the dribble. 3, no good. Rebound to Bandy. Now the pass comes to Shaw. Down the left sideline. Shaw heads toward the middle. Throws it back to Bandy. Bandy now looking. Out to Niken. Lost the handle, but kept the dribble going. Fires it down. It's going to be off the hand of Cross and out of bounds to try to go to Bush. 1:17 left in the half. 18-18. Ball comes out to Bandy on the left side. Gives to Bush. He finds an opening. Goes to the basket. Puts it up. Rolled it off the rim. Rebound taken by Dearborn. Clinton County the other way. Steins in the front court on the right side. Drives. He falls down. Going to be a tripping foul on Tyler Bush. His second, team 7th. That puts Clinton County in the bonus.
He backed up into him a little bit, and Tyler couldn't get out of the way.
And Steins missed his free throw attempt. 1-1 for Chase Steins. The shot goes up and it's good. Gives Clinton County a 19-18 lead with 1:04 left in the half. Steins for the bonus try. It's on the way. Got that one. 20-18, Clinton County. Ryan Shirley back in the Trojan lineup. Mason Griggs, Jacob Shaw, Aiden Niken, Will Bandy on the court. And Griggs will handle the point. He angles off right, looks left, picks up his dribble. Out top, Niken had to go chase it down. Goes left side, Shaw, long distance three. Go!
Wow.
3 People's Bank threes for Jacob Shaw in this quarter. He's got 12 points. Barren County up by 1, 21-20. As we near the end of the second quarter. Cross with the basketball, bounce pass over to Delk. Delk gives it out to Brown. Brown out near midcourt. Ryan Shirley backing off just a little bit there. Bounces it off to Cross. Now Cross on the dribble. Bounces off to Delk with Niken on him. Goes left side with it to Brown. He's out near midcourt. Down to 16 seconds to play. Cross with it against Griggs. Cross bounces it off to Brown. Brown against Shirley. Stops and looks. Bounces off to Cross. Turns, forces up the shot. It's no good. That's the end of the first half. And at halftime, it is Barren County 21, Clinton County 20. We'll come back with a halftime report brought to you by Colton Steakhouse and Grill. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow, let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. It is halftime here in Albany as the Trojans lead the Bulldogs of Clinton County 21-20. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer here courtside in Albany, Kentucky tonight. Clinton County led at the end of the first quarter 11-7. Trojans come back in the second period to outscore the Bulldogs 14-9. So we welcome you to the Colton Steakhouse and Grill halftime report. Colton's thanks you for your business. Colton Steakhouse and Grill, we know what's at stake. Clinton County had 7 field goals in the first half. 3 of those were three-pointers, all made by Evan Dearborn. They went 3 for 5 from the foul line. Evan Dearborn with 9 points off those 3 trays. 6 points for Chase Steins. All came in the second period. He had a couple of field goals, 2 of 3 from the foul line. 2 points for Caleb Guffey. Parker Talent scored 2, and 1 point for Nick Brown. For the Trojans, 8 field goals, 1 more than the Bulldogs, and also 3 3-pointers for Barren County, all made by Jacob Shaw in the second period of play. 2 for 2 from the foul line in the first half, and Jacob Shaw with all 12 points. He leads the scoring for Barren, 12 of the Trojans' 21. Off the 3 threes, a 2-point basket, and 1 free throw. And then you've got 3 points for Ryan Shirley in an old-fashioned 3-point play that occurred in the first quarter, and 2 points each for Gavin Withrow, Will Bandy, and Aiden Niken. Bandy and Niken's basket came in the first quarter, and Shaw scored 12 of Barren County's 14 points in that second period of play.
All right.
Still working on the stats there, Robert?
Well, I was just getting a couple scores. We'll throw at you here in a second.
All righty.
Trojans shot 8 of 21 in the first half. 3 of those 8 being 3-pointers on 5 attempts. So 8 of 21 gives us 38% for the half, 60% from deep, all 3 of those from Jacob Shaw, who was on fire there in the first half, especially 3 or 4 feet behind the line on a couple of those 3-point attempts. Clinton County was 7 of 18 in the first half, 38%. They were 3 of 6 from deep for 50. So pretty even shooting on both sides, and we were out-rebounded by 3, 13-10 in the first half. And looks like they turned it over 7, we turned it over 3. So pretty even basketball game. Fortunate to be up 1, really. And I think a low-scoring game. We were lucky to be on pace to even score about half of our average for both teams, where both teams score around 60 average, right? I think we're about 60, they're about 50, maybe a little bit more than 60, right?
Well, we average 66, they average 55.
Okay. So we're not even on pace to score.
So they've been in some low-scoring ball games.
We're not even on pace to score half of ours, really, when you look at it.
That's true.
Throw you some scores real quick if
all
you
right.
want to, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the half, if I could find where I wrote all those down. Allen County boys, how about this? Allen County boys are up 4 over Russellville, 48-44 at the end of the third period. A little surprising. Logan County boys up 23-12 over over Cumberland County. That's the end of the first quarter score. We mentioned Glasgow girls beat Franklin Simpson pretty handily. Western girls beat Marshall 79-65. Logan County's girls, how about this score, Jay? Logan County's girls beat Cumberland County girls 57-54.
I don't know what's happening to Logan County girls.
They returned all their starters. We mentioned that in between. They almost returned all their starters, and then you throw scores up like that. They've got a losing record. Yeah, I'm not sure. Edmonson County girls were able to beat Grayson County Knights 63-36, or actually 32. That's an out-of-region score, but one we'll throw at you. Not a ton of games. Most people just opt for the Friday night game to close down on the regular season, but with us playing Monday, it gives you the same days of rest that it would on a normal Friday-Tuesday game. Instead, we do a Monday or a Thursday-Monday type scenario to give the same days of rest. So we've done it forever like this, and I'm not sure why we would change it up at this point.
A lot of people talk about they'd wish the Clinton County game was on a Friday night, but I don't know how you change that. How would you change that around to have it on a Friday night? Not on maybe a Friday before this week.
You just don't do it last week. Yeah, you don't. You switch that game with that would be the Russell County
or somebody.
Metcalf.
You just trade with Metcalf because it's not that far of a drive.
Yep.
But that's how it is.
Yeah,
that's how it is. That's how it's always been.
It's been that way
as long as I can remember.
20 years that I can remember or played. So I mean,
been at least 24. So and probably longer than that. But anyway, it's foul situation in the first half. 2 on Chase Steins, 2 on Nick Delk for Clinton, 2 on Tyler Bush for Barren County. Trojanettes winning earlier tonight by a score of 61-28. So you had a district tournament play Monday night against Monroe County, 6 o'clock. We'll be on the air with coverage at 5:40 Monday night from Allen County, Scottsville, with the Trojans and Falcons to follow. And we'll have every tournament game right here on Nash Icon. Glasgow and Allen County, Scottsville on Tuesday. And then the girls' final Thursday, boys' final Friday. And we'll have all the 4th region tournament games here as well on Nash Icon and on 104thescore.com. Back with the second half. Trojans 21, Bulldogs 20. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer back here in Albany. Matthew Clark in the studio of Nash Icon. Third quarter underway, brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Trojans have it, leading 21-20. Niken straight away over to Withrow on the left side. Withrow picks up his dribble, goes back to Niken, top of the key. Putting down the dribble, goes right side with it to Bush. He'll send it back out to Withrow, over the left side to Shaw. Thought about the three there. Now he's in trouble. Bounces back out to Bandy and knocked out of bounds by Delk right in the Barren County bench.
Looked like they picked up more 3-2 that time. Just
kind of a matchup.
Did a really good job with it, though.
Withrow dumps it in there to Niken. Works it toward the basket. Puts it up and in off the window.
You know, that was something they talked about in the halftime break. We did not get a whole lot of point-blank looks, and we worked for that one, moved the ball around. So Aiden moved without the ball to get there.
Yeah. Second field goal for Niken. That's his first one since the first quarter. Here's Steins going up with a shot against Tyler Bush, and Steins scores his 8th point of the game. Barren County 23. Niken has a shot blocked by Guffey. And here come the Bulldogs into the front court. Steins angling off right, gives it off to Brown. Brown drives, cut off at the baseline, back out to Steins for three. It's no good. Rebound taken by Delk as the Bulldogs keep it alive. He'll give it to Brown and back out to Steins. 1 point Barren County lead with 6:46 to play here in the third quarter. Steins works against Withrow, sends it down the right side over to Brown, back out to Dearborn. They go into Guffey. Spin move over Bandy. Gonna roll in.
Thought it was rolling off the other side, but kind of spun back in.
Shaw bounces it out to Bush, gives it back to Shaw, pulls the trigger for three, gets fouled on a three-point shot, and it's going to be on Delk, his third. Team's first of the second half. And so Jacob Shaw, who scored all 12 of his points in the second quarter, 3 free throws, first one perfect. 85, just over 85% of the season from the foul line. Gets 2 more free throws coming. Second one, good. 14 now for Shaw. Trojans up 25-24. Shaw, third free throw attempt is good. 26-24. Barren County with a 2-point lead as Steins brings it up for Clinton County. Glasgow Franklin tied at 43 after 3. And here's Steins working, goes underneath against Bush. He'll put it up and in and draw the foul.
In some way, that's almost got to be an illegal screen down there on the post because they're moving the whole time and just, it's like a pick in football when you run a route. They're not really setting a full screen, but they're throwing the defender off the route, so they got to go all the way around to get there to defend.
3 on Tyler Bush, and Steins at the charity stripe. He misses it. Rebound to Bandy. Clears it out to Withrow. Withrow stops and throws it over to Shaw. Shaw curls to the top of the key and lets it go for 3. Got it! For his 4th People's Bank 3-point shot, and Bandy is down. Not sure what's happened. I don't know if he got shaken up or what. But now he's rolling over on his backside, and I'm not sure if he got hit in the stomach or what, but he's now getting up slowly. Yeah, now he's going back down on his knees.
I don't know.
I didn't see what happened.
Haven't had the video up tonight, but that would be a good time to pull it up and see what happened.
And I'm not sure.
Ultimately, he's not grabbing an ankle, not grabbing a knee, shoulder, anything like that. So,
walking over to the bench, limping just a little bit. I don't know. Hopefully,
we'll have to see.
Anyway, Jacob Shaw's 3. That is number 4 on the night. Gives him 18 points and gives the Trojans a 29-26 lead. Clinton County's basketball comes into Steins. Got Cody Lane guarding Steins now. As Bush is on the bench with 3 fouls. Here is Dearborn against Shaw. Taking it left side. We'll give it out now to Delk. He'll throw it out to Brown. Now Brown against Gavin Withrow. Starts his move left. Bounce pass off to Steins. Baseline. Oh, that should be an offensive foul. They're going to call a block. Jacob Shaw.
Just because he fell sideways. He got hit, but he didn't sell it very well.
He's going to put Steins at the free throw line. He's 2 of 4. And the shot bounces and rolls in. Hit the front of the rim, rolled over. 29-27. Trojans by 2. Steins at the line. One more shot is good. 29-28. Ryan Shirley in the ball game right now for Will Bandy. Cody Lane back over to Shaw. 3 in the air. No good this time. Niken with a rebound. Puts it back in.
Really got fouled. He had somebody hanging on his right arm. Grabbed the rebound and put it back in.
31-28. A steal by Cody Lane. Gives it to Shaw. Shaw drives. Pump fake. Throws up a one-hand shot. It's coming out of the rim. Halfway down and out. And then Ryan Shirley gets in trouble underneath the basket. Should have called a timeout or something there, but didn't take it. Here comes Steins. He'll give it off to Dearborn. Fakes against Shaw. He'll give it back over to Delk. Delk on the left side. Back out to Steins. And a foul on Cody Lane. His first, team's third. And Clinton County with the basketball comes into Steins against Cody Lane. Takes it left side. And going to be a foul. That should have been a jump ball, but they're going to say some body contact. Jacob Shaw's third foul, team's fourth. Steins now 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. Will get 2 shots. First one on the way. It's good. 31-29. And the second one is up and good for Steins. 31-30. The ball comes into Jacob Shaw. Shaw gives it off right side to Withrow. Feeds it in there to Cody Lane. Throws it back over to Shaw for the 3. It is no good. Rebound comes off to Steins. Bulldogs want to run with it. They drive. That should be a push-off by Steins, a forearm. That's 3 on Chase Steins. Withrow went sailing.
It's getting a little heated back and forth in here with the action going up and down, being physical. That's what we expected. So we have to be the even kill type personality here to play through it.
Yeah. Shaw penetrates, goes to Niken, now to Lane on the left side. Back out to Niken. Niken's cut off, splits the defenders though, puts it up and in. Nice move.
Yes, it was.
Aiden Niken.
Good footwork and maintained that pivot foot so he didn't walk with it.
33-30, Trojans by 3. And foul on Cody Lane in the backcourt. That'll be his second, team's 5th. Still haven't seen Will Bandy come back to the bench.
Nope. I think he's trying to walk it off in the hallway. We don't have a trainer. I know we don't have a trainer traveling with us. I don't know if Clinton County has one or not. They should.
And Clinton County's cross with the basketball. Bounce pass high post down to Steins. Pump fake, puts it up. Going to be a foul. It's either on Shirley or Niken. I'm not sure which.
You go either way. Go on Niken.
His second. Barren County 6th of the second half.
If Niken's looking at that basketball, he could pick that off.
And they're looking at Bandy's left ankle. The shot comes off for Steins.
They are. He wasn't grabbing that or anything, so, couldn't really tell what was going on.
And the second shot for Steins, in and out. Rebound to Caleb Hester, just checked in the game. 6-foot senior. He'll send it over to Shaw on the left side. Shaw covered up out there by Dearborn. He'll give it to Niken. Niken trying to make a move. Spins in the paint. Tries to go up with a shot. And let's see if they're going to be 2 shots here.
Should be.
For Aiden Niken.
It might be, Jay, it might be his foot instead of his ankle.
Well,
either way, they're checking something out there on the lower left extremity. How about that?
His shoe is off. Free throw's good for Niken. And Aiden Niken at the line for one more. On the way, and he got it. Barren now with a 5-point lead, their largest of the ball game, 35-30. As the ball comes into play to Brown. And he double dribbled, and right in front of everybody, no whistle. And Brown working to the right side, picks up his dribble. Needs some help, bounces over to Steins, and will bump foul on Caleb Hester.
We've got to tone it down just a little bit on our defensive aggressiveness. We can stay in front and play solid D, but we're trying to hand check and reach a little bit too much.
So Steins puts it up and in. He's the only player that's been to the free throw line other than Nick Brown. That was back in the first quarter. He has scored all but 2 points for Clinton County here in the third. This shot goes up. It's good. It's a 35-32 Barren County lead. Shaw gives to Withrow. Back to Shaw. Gets it across the line to Withrow. He's in a trap. Feeds to the high post to Niken. Niken turns. Dumps it underneath to Shirley. Had it blocked from behind. Shaw. Left side. Spins. Gives to Niken. Can't shoot. Drives it down the lane. Goes up with a shot. He gets fouled. And Aiden Niken will head to the charity stripe for 2 shots. And now Will Bandy's taking the other shoe off.
I think they're gonna ice that foot, and
he's limping on that left ankle.
The chance that he returns after they put that ice on there are pretty slim. But either way, I think you want to be cautious with it, and rather play Monday night than tonight.
Right. Second shot is missed by Niken. Got 1 of 2. Barren County by 4, 36-32 with 2:50 to play in the third quarter. Steins with it for Clinton County. On the right side to Brown out to Dearborn. And the ball kind of ricocheted off somebody in the lane there. And here's a 3 in the air that is no good. Rebound to the other side of the floor, and they're going to call a foul.
Okay, he pointed
on Clinton County.
He pointed like he was calling it on Barren County. It was going to be Clinton County's ball underneath, but Jacob Shaw was clearly being held by Steins.
So on Steins, that's his 4th. Team's 5th of the second half. So Steins goes to the bench.
He's played almost the whole game in foul trouble.
And Jacob Shaw with it for the Trojans. He'll go left side with it to Hester. Bounces down the corner to Shirley. Back to Hester. Back to Shirley. Here's the lob. Ooh, too high. Somebody pushed off Niken.
And we're going to say he was held, I think, trying to get up and get that basketball. So instead of a turnover, we'll get it out underneath.
Foul on Dearborn. His first, team 6th. Ball tipped away by Dearborn. Into the Barren County bench, or right behind the bench. So the Trojans will keep it. And Withrow will toss it in. It comes out to Niken. Niken will hand it off to Withrow. Withrow goes left side to Hester. Feeds it to Shirley, out to Shaw. Right side Withrow. Working in there is Niken. A traveling violation.
Yeah, I think he did that time. He stepped and then realized he hadn't put the ball on the floor. You got 20 points a game on the bench right now with ice on his leg. Where do those points come from? He's had a terrific little stretch here, knocking down a ton of threes, putting points on the board for us.
And it's Delk with a basketball in the corner to Guffey. And they're going to have a foul. And it'll be Dearborn going to the free throw line. Foul on Caleb Hester, his second. Barren County's 8th of the second half.
Well, we were on a good pace. The girls' game took an hour, in between games took an hour, and the boys' game was on pace to take another hour, but this third quarter has taken almost 30 minutes with a ton of fouls being called.
Free throw no good for Dearborn. Shoots 73% from the line. Withrow, and he travels.
Made the right move, had an alley to the goal. A little quick with the step.
Delk checking out of the ball game. Melton back in for Clinton County. And it's Cross handling the basketball. Bounce pass off to Melton. Bounces back to Cross. In the middle goes to Dearborn, down to Guffey. And inside, here's a shot put up and in by Brown. 36-34. 2-point Trojan lead. Under a minute and a half to go. Third period. Withrow. Circles out. Goes to the right side, looks left. Gives it to Shaw, over to Shirley. Down low, breaking free. Griggs misses the shot at point-blank range. Clinton County with the basketball the other way. Cross into the front court against Withrow. Goes left side with it. Looks right. And now bounces down low in there to Guffey. Offensive foul. Ryan Shirley standing there to take the charge. And on Guffey, that's his first. Clinton County's 7th of the second half.
Good sell job by Shirley. As soon as he spun with the off arm, he let him hit it right in the middle of his chest. And obviously Messer doesn't like it, but I'm not sure Messer likes many calls.
That's just the way he is.
That is, and it doesn't bother me very much. He's a very animated, high-strung coach.
Withrow. Off to Griggs. Looks in there to Niken. Niken trying to split the defenders, forces up the shot and draws a foul. And they put it on Guffey. That's 3 on Guffey. 8 on the Bulldogs here in the second half. So Steins has 4. Guffey has 3. Delk has 3. Niken at the line. His shot is spinning out.
Aiden has taken a ton of contact tonight. He's going to be sore in the morning. He's been bouncing around like a pinball in there. When he takes it to the lane, he's definitely getting shoulder contact from about 3 or 4 different people.
Niken's second toss is good. So he's 4 of 6 at the stripe and has scored 10 points here in this quarter. 37-34, Barren County, 35 seconds to play in the third quarter. Cross gives it out to Brown. Now Brown, left side, stolen away. Here goes Niken. Niken will take it. Oh, he gets grabbed. That should have been an intentional foul. He got grabbed from behind.
He didn't really finish the play because he was grabbed and held down. So the intent of the rule there would be an intentional foul, but it didn't look serious like it would be. And I think that's why they're just going to go with an intentional foul. There's no doubt, though, he was going up for a two-handed stuff.
Absolutely.
It's because he didn't complete and try to do that, I think, is because they're going with a common foul instead of an intentional foul.
Niken hits the first one. He'll have one more. 38-34 Trojans. 24 seconds to play in the third. He missed that one. Rebound to Clinton County. Steins is back on the court with those 4 fouls. Cody Lane tries to stay with him. Lane putting the pressure on. Stein still handling the basketball. Gives it out to Cross. And Shaw's got to be careful not to pick up his 4th. There he did.
Yeah, with 5.2 seconds left and you're at half court away from the basket, I know you're going to trap, but there's no need to put your hands on him and put yourself in that situation. Smarter than that, for a senior basketball player, you got to be. And you put him on the line for 1 and 1.
Right. Steins puts it in the air, and he got it. (38-35), Barren County, 5.2 seconds to go in the third. And Steins puts it in the air, and it bounces, rolls in.
And they'll get him, I would say, out of there with his foul trouble.
38-36 Trojans. 5.2 seconds to go in the third. Withrow. Going to have to hurry, get the shot off. Goes through the hands of Niken. That will do it for the third quarter. After 3, here in Albany, it is Barren County 38, Clinton County 36. One more quarter to go. We'll be back after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon. Fourth quarter brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Barren outscored Clinton 17-16 in the third period. 2-point lead, 38-36. Pass goes down to Brown. He throws it over the rim. Talent with a rebound. Back up, blocked in there by Shirley. Niken comes out with it for the Trojans. Niken has it stolen away from behind. Clinton County back the other way. Cross against Withrow. He walked, no call. Here's a 3 by Dearborn, good.
He's been on fire tonight, knocking him down.
4 threes for Evan Dearborn. Gives Clinton County back the lead, 39-38. Withrow, left side over to Shaw. Feeds it to the high post there to Griggs. Turns and gives it down in there to Niken. Niken, a lot of traffic. Goes through the hands of Shirley and out of bounds.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers. Not a great way to start the fourth quarter, especially considering you gave up a 3 to Clinton County on their only possession.
And here's Cross with the basketball against Withrow as he brings it in front court. Sends it off the right side over to Brown. Out to Dearborn. He's going to fire it again for a 3. It's no good this time, and Niken gets the rebound. Trojans coming back the other way. Withrow heads toward the lane. He'll scoop up the shot. It rolled off the rim, and Shirley got the offensive board and a foul on the Bulldogs. And I think they put it on Brown. 3 on him. That's 10 on Clinton County now, so double bonus for the Trojans. Ryan Shirley at the line for 2. First one is good. And Ryan Shirley, his 4th point. He'll have 1 more. And Guffey, returning to the Clinton County lineup, will come in for Talent. 39-39, all tied up here. 6:48 to play in the basketball game. Free throw by Shirley. Bounces off. Rebound to Brown for Clinton County. He'll give it to Cross. Cross, a work against Gavin Withrow. Bounce pass off the right side to Brown. Comes out to Dearborn, and Guffey couldn't handle the pass. It went off of Shirley's hand, but Withrow there to grab it. Trojans. Jacob Shaw. Niken. And he walked, but got away with it. But we come up with a basketball. Griggs fighting for that loose ball. Shaw fakes. Goes right side to Withrow. He'll circle it back out. 39-39. A little over 6 minutes to play. Shaw. Left side, Withrow. Feeds it in the middle there. Here's Griggs. Off to Niken. 14-footer. Good. Straight away.
I like that possession. We settled down. We almost turned it over and then kind of pulled it back, figured something out, and got a good shot out of it.
Trojans with a 2-point lead, 41-39. Cross has it against Withrow. Dribble drive, cut off, looks, throws it back out, and we got a whistle timeout by Clinton County. Full timeout by the Bulldogs with 5:39 to go here in the ball game. Barren County 41, Clinton County 39 as we take the People's Bank timeout. Remind you you're listening to our broadcast on 103.7 Nash Icon, WHHT-FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at 104thescore.com. Also BCHS Live tonight. Trojanettes earlier win tonight, 61-28 over Clinton County. To go to 24-6 on the year. Heading into district tournament play Monday night at Allen County, Scottsville. Trojanettes will open it up against Monroe County at 6, followed by the Trojans and the Falcons in the nightcap. We'll have the broadcast of each and every tournament game throughout District Tournament Week right here on 103.7 Nash Icon and online at 104thescore.com. And we'll bring you every tournament game from the 4th Region Tournament at E.A. Diddle Arena, Western Kentucky University, starting Sunday, March the 1st. Right now, Will Bandy on the bench as he went down with what appeared to be an ankle injury back in the third quarter.
We'll have to see. He's icing it. He's not coming back in the game. Doesn't mean it's 100% serious, but it's serious enough that he's not trying to go with it tonight for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. Official word maybe from Warren comes up.
Comes into Steins, goes up against Bush, and he puts it in.
Just lobbed it over top of it.
Tied at 41. Withrow. Down the right side, it goes to Griggs. Griggs brings it out to the wing. A drive against Guffey, cuts him off. Now has to throw it cross court back out to Shaw. And now Shaw gives it to Niken. Niken right of the circle. And his defender fell down. He puts up the jumper. Too strong. A whistle. Foul on Barren. Number 2 on Mason Griggs, and that's 10 on the Trojans here in the second half. So both teams in the double bonus with 5:13. And it is Delk at the line, who has not scored tonight. His free throw is up, and it's good. He shoots 52.7% from the charity stripe on the year. And now Clinton County goes back on top, 42-41. Second shot for Delk is also good. 43-41. Clinton County with a 2-point lead, 5:10 to go in the basketball game. As Jacob Shaw trying to drive on the left side. Gives it in there to Griggs, throws it to Niken. Free throw line shot is good.
Gonna have to hit those jumpers if you've got a shot to pull this out. You're not getting easy shots.
17 for Aiden Niken. 1 point behind Jacob Shaw's 18 points tonight. 43 all. 4:45 left. And that ball goes out of bounds. I don't know. Did we touch that?
Yeah, Griggs did, but I thought it was deflected off of the Clinton County player was behind him.
And the ball comes into play to Steins. Going to be a jump ball. Bush tied it up. Possession arrow to the Trojans.
Went in there and dug it out. Clinton County brought it down to his level, and he went in like it was a fumble on the ground trying to pull it away from him.
Jacob Shaw with it for Barren County. Leaves it out front with Gavin Withrow. And now Withrow picks up his dribble, throws it back behind him to Bush. Bush goes left side over to Shaw. He curls and gives it out top to Niken. And they're going to say he drug his pivot foot.
He missed the first one, and then he tried to make up for it with the second one when he actually didn't walk. So this is a tough game to officiate. I'll say that. You got both coaches really into it, on top of you, and you got to really focus to see what's out there when both coaches are in their year on you.
Right. Brown out to Delk. Left side it goes to Steins. Steins looking for Dearborn. He's got it. Throws it over to Delk straight away. Now Delk on the dribble. 4 minutes to play in the ball game. We're tied at 43. Steins with it out near the midcourt line against Mason Griggs. Takes him one-on-one. Going to be a foul.
He's got to be better than that defensively. I mean, you put both hands on him. Clearly, it's a foul. We put them at the free throw line for a ton of shots in this half.
Coca-Cola scoreboard. Glasgow beats Franklin Simpson tonight, 59-58.
It was a close game all the way down the stretch there in the last quarter.
Free throw's good for Chase Steins. And he's got one more coming. And it's on the way, and it's no good off the front of the rim. Shaw claims the rebound for the Trojans. Clinton County with a 1-point lead, 44-43. We're down to 3:42 to play. Griggs hands it off to Withrow. Now Withrow looking back over goes to Shaw. Shaw now working, ran out on the left side, gives it out to Withrow. Had a shot at a three there, but didn't take it. Gives to Griggs, out to Shaw. He's defended by Delk. Takes it, dribble drive, goes inside, whistle, and a blocking foul. And they're going to put it on Guffey.
In my opinion, we got lucky there.
Maybe they're trying to make up one that they missed.
The off defender, or actually the on-ball defender, did a good job driving him right into that charge, and I thought he hit him square in the chest, but we'll take a block.
Jacob Shaw misses the free throw. Hasn't missed very many this year, shooting just over 85% from the line. But he'll have another try at it. It's on the way, and he got that one. 19 for Shaw.
Low scoring game, but we're tied right here at 44 apiece.
3:17 left in the game. As Steins brings it up against Mason Griggs. Still on the dribble. Wants to drive against Griggs. Pushed him off. We're going to call a blocking foul. And the shot went in.
It kind of looked like he pushed off, but you can't really say anything because of what we got, the benefit of the whistle on the other end. That's a big call, too. That would have been his fifth foul.
And the free throw's good for Steins. 47-44. Clinton County now leads by 3.
Yeah, you got to keep it a one-possession game.
Withrow, right side over to Shaw. Brings it halfway out. Withrow back over to left side. Bush out to Shaw. Over goes to Withrow. Now back out to Shaw. Shaw with a crossover dribble. Looking for Niken. He's got it. Wants to drive it. 10-footer in the lane. Pops out. Rebound Bush. Throws it back out to Shaw. 3 in the air. Yes!
Didn't have to have a 3 to tie it back up, but we'll definitely take it to even it up at 47. Big answer.
Jacob Shaw with 5 People's Bank threes tonight out of his 6 field goals and ties it up at 47. And a People's Bank timeout. The People's Bank in Glasgow, your local community bank, working for you. Last game of the regular season. We head to district tournament play Monday night at Allen County, Scottsville, with Barren County taking on Monroe County in a girl-boy doubleheader. Girls game at 6 o'clock. We'll be on there at 5:40 with the broadcast. We'll have every tournament game throughout 15th District and the 4th Region right here on 103.7 Nash Icon and online at 104thescore.com.
You mentioned one of our district members, Glasgow, pouring out a tough one over Franklin tonight. Well, Allen County had to have a buzzer beater to beat Russellville at Russellville tonight.
Wow.
Two close games for them and a close game here for us, tied 47 apiece as we're going down the stretch. This has definitely been a physically exhausting game, but it's also been a mentally exhausting game. You've got to stay in at this last 2:30. You can't. Every single possession is extremely crucial, and you can't have a mental lapse to let one of those go to waste.
Clinton County's basketball as Dearborn will toss it in. Comes into Steins. Now Steins will bring it up against Cody Lane, who's checked back in the Trojan lineup to defend Steins. Dearborn feeds it in the lane. Steins had it ripped away by Bush. Coming up with it is Withrow. He'll slow it up now. And he'll still on the dribble out there with 2:10 to go. In a tied game at 47. Goes to Niken on the left side. Niken works his way into the lane, puts up the shot, no good, gets his own rebound, back up, blocked. And Delk comes up with the basketball. He'll give it to Steins for Clinton County.
They don't want to blow the whistle to foul him out of the game.
And over the left side, Delk, baseline, Guffey. Minute 47 to play, back to Delk. Delk has to float it back out to Steins. Steins making a move on Cody Lane. Behind the back dribble. Pulls up with a jumper, short, missed it badly. Ball tips out. Trojans couldn't grab it. Delk will give it back out to Brown. A minute 25 left in the game. Brown gives it out to Delk. Got Tyler Bush guarding him. And Bush trying to rip it away from him.
Oh.
And Delk comes up with it. Man.
Didn't hang on to it at least to get a jump ball. It would have went to Clinton County, though.
Brown against Gavin Withrow. And Delk. A foul on Bush.
It was a foul. He tried to reach around from the backside, and he didn't get full ball. He got some on.
That's 4 on Tyler Bush. He's going to send Nick Delk to the free throw line where he's 2 for 2. And he'll get 2 shots here as both teams in a double bonus. 1 minute exactly left on the clock. And here's his shot. It's on the way. It's good. Mason Griggs and Ryan Shirley checking back into the Trojan lineup for Tyler Bush and Cody Lane. 48-47 Clinton County. 60 seconds to play. Delk puts it in the air, and it's good. 49-47 Clinton County. For 57 seconds to go. Withrow with the basketball. Looking. Timeout by Coach Warren Cunningham. Trojans will have the ball. 52.2 seconds to go. Down to 49-47.
I think each team has 3 timeouts left apiece, so there's plenty of stoppages in our future when this lasts under a minute to go, right under a minute to go.
Chase Steins has 24 points for Clinton County. Almost half of the points.
He shot a ton of free throws.
$14 free throws in the second half, and he's hit 10 of them. And then on the Trojan side, Jacob Shaw with 5 threes.
It feels like there's a huge free throw disparity, but I don't know if it's as big as you actually get a feeling it is sitting here watching the game.
Well, Barren County, 5, 10, 13, 15 free throws in the second half, but we have missed 5 of them.
Got to make better than 2/3 of them.
Ball comes out to Niken. Now Niken will send it over to Withrow. Trying to get the screen there. Throws it back to Niken. Niken trying to get the screen right on Griggs. Still on the dribble. Down to 37 seconds to play. Back out to Withrow. Withrow working right, trying to split the defenders. Goes up with a shot. No good, but a foul.
He wouldn't have counted even if it went in. He called it out on the floor. Gavin found a seam, took it, and got to go to the line and make 2 to get it back to a tie game, 31 seconds to go. Big free throws.
And they put the foul on Steins, and that's 5.
Well,
Well, he needs to come out. Withrow's at the line. The shot is no good.
I don't know what we're doing. We're playing like
Steins has 5 fouls, and they still haven't signaled him out yet, and Withrow's already shot a free throw.
this is not a well-managed basketball game right now by the 3 guys with the whistle. Well, like I said, you have to be focused in these games. You have 2 of the top 5 teams in the region. You draw a big assignment. You have to be focused, and you have to be ready for that game to come down to the wire. And these 3 guys are just not right now, to be honest with you.
Well, when there were 5 fouls, it should have been the clock keeper over there. Buzz it.
He was, and in his defense, he was. Messer was just talking to the official, and he got caught up, not really paying attention to his job, more talking to the coach.
Withrow for one more. It's on the way, and it comes off. The rebound to Delp. And a foul on Withrow, and that's going to put Brown at the line. And he's the best free throw shooter on the Clinton County team. With 27.7 to play. Two shots for Nick Brown. Shot goes up. It's good.
You got to get the ball, get it down the floor, no matter if it's a 1-possession game like it is now or a 2-possession game. Under 30 seconds to go. We cannot waste any time.
50-47, Clinton County. Brown for the second free throw shot. And it's on the way, and he got them both. 51-47, Clinton County, 27.7, timeout. Stay tuned with the CPC Commodities postgame report coming up. And I don't know that I've seen that before when a player makes his 5th foul and they don't come out of the ball game until after the first free throw's been shot.
Well, the negative thing about it was the clock keeper was buzzing the horn, and even when Gavin had the basketball, he was buzzing the horn. There was commotion.
I didn't hear it. I didn't even hear it up here.
It's really not, kind of a faint sound.
Yeah, it's not loud.
It's dull sounding, I guess. So, in fairness to Gavin, that wasn't really fair. That all that wasn't handled before he had to head to the stripe and shoot the biggest free throw of the game to try to tie it up. So, just. Those are correctable mistakes. They're not judgment calls that we're kind of fussing about. It's the way you manage a game, and 3/4 of the way you officiate is game management. So, just not handled really well.
Trojans basketball, 27.7, down by 4. Ball comes into Niken. Gonna have to, gotta go quick. Niken driving strong to the bucket. Off balance shot, good.
Timeout. Quick timeout by Warren. We ran about 10 seconds off the clock.
18.4 to play. It's 51-49, Clinton County. Jacob Shaw tonight, 22 points. And Aiden Niken has 19. So 22, 19, 41 to the 49.
The timeout lets us get the defensive group back in there. We really need to go for the steal before we go for the foul. And with the time that's left on the clock, you can't really be choosy who to foul, but you would rather not put Brown back on the line. Who's their best free throw shooter, right?
Yep.
80 plus.
85%. Of course, they've hit a bunch of them. Again, a 70% free throw shooting team. Here's a run out coming to Delp. Delp driving. Oh, Khalil. Oh, a blocking foul on Niken.
It's a 50-50 call that you want to get to go your way, but right there with Coach, well, here's the way it kind of works. We always say when the official's on the sideline in football, that team's more likely to get the call. Well, when Messer's in his ear, he's literally right behind him when he makes that call. We're not getting it. especially on the road. You just can't expect to get it when it's a 50-50 call. But here we go. Chance to keep it a one-possession game.
Elk's 4 for 4, and he got it.
Used a lot of rim, but it still bounced in.
52-49, Clinton County, 16.3 to play. He's 5 for 5 now at the stripe. If he hits it, Trojans have to come in a hurry. And he puts it up, and it is no good. Rebound, Shaw. And timeout by the Trojans. Yeah, I think there's an extra second or two came off the clock, but we'll see if they... we'll see. I don't think they're going to put anything on it.
They're talking, so I don't know if they're talking about if there's any place open to get something to eat after the game or if they're going to add time to the clock. We'll see. Well, either way, we're going to have it out right at midcourt on the team on the bench sideline, which is across from us. Jacob Shaw has been our three-point shooter tonight. He's knocked down a bunch of them. Bandy has been on fire from three. The problem is he's actually put his shoe back on and taken the ice off, but he's got the towel over his head at the end of the bench. Still, I think he's aggravated. That foot is hopefully all that he's done, but that's clearly not any official word.
He wasn't limping very bad.
No.
I mean, it was just a slight limp.
But you just hope it's an aggravation, something he can get back in the game from and be okay and have his help on Monday night. So who can hit a three out there? Well, anybody can, but Jacob's been hot, so you know they're going to shadow him.
Mason Griggs will toss it in at midcourt across the way. 13.3 to go. Barren down by 3. Comes in to Niken. Going to have to go. Comes to Withrow. Back to Niken. Over goes to Shaw. He can't shoot. Steps back trying to force up the 3. He does, and it is good!
2.1 left. How do you stop the clock?
Can't stop the clock.
This isn't college, Jay. You can't stop the clock. He stopped the clock as soon as the ball went in.
Wow. There should be no time left. Instead, it stopped with 2.1. The clock keeper realized what he did, and then he let it go again and stopped it almost immediately. The game should be over. No question over. Now, I know they got to come the full length to the floor, but as soon as that ball went through the rim, he stopped the clock.
You don't stop the clock.
Oh, my word.
Man, I'm telling you.
If the officials...
Is it anything but home cooking in Albany tonight? We've seen it.
If the officials can manage the game right, get this one right, the game's over. No, I'm sorry, the game's not over. Regulation is over.
Right.
And we'll go to overtime. But sorry about all that little rant. To take away from Jacob Shaw's three, he had a hand in his face. He did everything he could to get a clean look, and he had to ultimately force it. Yeah.
Contested.
So it was not a clean look at all. But is that his fifth one tonight? Fifth people think
that is number 6.
6. Good job. Good job of him. Now we have to defend. They've got a couple kids they can throw at the full length of the floor to see if they can get a bucket, so we got to press up. You're going to watch them kind of trying to draw a charge here on Tyler Bush, doing something crazy like that too.
Well, they put 2.5 back. My goodness alive.
They put more time on the clock.
Why did they put more time? They had it down to 1.8.
They put more time on the clock than there was even left in the regulation when the ball went in the goal. Sorry at home if we're complaining a little bit tonight, but
it's been bad official management tonight.
I'm just a little frustrated with the way the game goes. We haven't seen two of these fellas all year long, and just not really.
They're still talking about it.
I'm okay if we get beat. I would hate it, just as everybody in Burgundy Gold would. But
there's too much discussion going on.
Yeah, I just want it to be fair. If we get beat fair and square, that's fine. We're going to shake their hand. Coach Messer's ultimately a competitor, but he's a good guy, and he runs a class program over here with his kids, competitive, tough kids. So you lose to that, you lose to a good program, that's fine. But lose fair, and for some reason, our discussion with the officials is extended even further now. My question is, did they tell the clock keeper to put that extra time on the clock,
I don't know.
or did they just do it? 2.5 is a ton of time. If you really think about it, that's 3 dribbles and a shot. 3 dribbles and a shot, depending on where they get the ball into, is a pretty makeable shot comparable to, 1.8, 1.5, 1.3, whatever it really should be on it. So let's see what they decide.
Well, the officials over at the scores table now. Of course, you got Todd Messer in on the discussion, coach of Clinton County. Now they're going to, I'm telling you, this is,
if we're playing by college rules and we stop the clock when the ball goes to the rim, we should also have a college review to see what the time is.
all right, let's see what they're going to do.
It all started with the clock keeper stopping the clock.
Right.
I know this isn't his first game that he's ever
I wouldn't think so.
been behind the table at.
So they're going to leave it at 2.5.
Let's just play, Jay. Ultimately, I don't know what they're discussing. Make a decision and just right or wrong, we'll play with it. And for some reason, they're leaving 2.5 on the clock, which is more than it should be.
0.7.
Okay, we'll take that.
0.7.
Still got to defend, though.
And it is Dearborn to toss it in. Going to have to throw it long. And it goes out of bounds. He's going to throw it up anyway. I think it went out of bounds.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to overtime. Gee, my goodness alive.
We need a timeout ourselves
I think so.
to catch our breath.
52-52, and we're going to go to overtime here in Albany. And it's been a wild fourth quarter.
Wow.
Jacob Shaw hit a big three-point shot, had to force it up. Got it to go in to tie the game with 0.7 seconds, what it's supposed to be.
And in fairness, that's probably pretty close to what it would have been.
But it took 20 minutes to decide how much time to put on the clock.
Yeah. Which lasted longer, the senior night or the discussion for
About as long.
it seemed like as long, didn't it? But we'll extend it out.
So 4-minute overtime. Foul situation, Clinton County. Chase Steins has 4. Caleb Guffey has 4. Nick Brown has 3. Nick Delk has 3. For Barren County, Tyler Bush has 4. Jacob Shaw has 4. Aiden Nyken with 3. Mason Griggs has 3. Of course, Will Bandy's been out of the ball game since the third quarter with what appeared to be an ankle injury, but still don't know the status yet. He's had it iced down since that time. And here's the toss and the tap controlled. Now what about this at midcourt? Now what are you going to do here? You just want to let him play? Just get up and go. What is this? A football game out here.
It looked like a tackle play there on the tip.
Oh, knocked away, stolen by Griggs. Griggs takes it to the rack, lays it up here.
Good job by Griggs just playing through it and us keeping our heads. We've got to be mentally tough right here through this 4-minute period.
54-52. Barren County with a 2-point lead. Right side it goes to Brown. He'll give it out to Dearborn. Picked up by Shirley.
Easy with it here.
Needs some help there. He'll give it back behind him to Shaw. And now Shaw will hand it off to Nyken. Nyken dribbles to the right side, cuts back left, wants to penetrate, can't go. 15 feet away from the basket. He'll give it off to Withrow. Back out to Shaw. And now Shaw will leave it with Withrow. Withrow, right side. Try to get a screen there. Gives it back out to Nyken. Now Nyken trying to make his move. Can't shoot. Gives it to Shaw. He'll bring it back out. Out front with it is Withrow. Down to 2:48 left in overtime. Barren up by 2. And now Nyken behind the back dribble. Well, we got a moving screen.
Who did he touch it? Who did he call it? He called it on.
Who's it on? Nyken?
Jay, that's who he called.
I don't know what's.
There was as much separation.
They called it on Nike, and he had the basketball.
There was much separation between me and you as it was him and the defender. I don't know. They're basketball.
Guffey, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Good sell job again by Ryan Shirley. He's made as many plays drawing charges tonight as he has anything else. And that's
5 on Guffey.
That's right.
So Steins is out of the game. Guffey is now out of the game. So the Trojans need to take advantage of two of their best players, at least two of their starters, out with fouls. So Barren County will have the basketball, leading by 2 with 2:27 left in overtime.
Did a good job on the last possession, managing it, using a little clock, and even though we didn't get points out of it.
But we've got to be careful. Shaw has 4, Niken has 4, Bush has 4 fouls.
Right, can't lose any of them.
Withrow getting pressure from Brown, goes right side to Griggs. Now Griggs will bring it out. Now he's looking. He'll hand it off to Shaw. Shaw trying to penetrate, left of the lane, goes to the basket, puts it up and in!
Got a step around Brown.
Barren up by 4, 56-52, 1:58 left in overtime.
We made our last 4 shots to kind of stretch it out here.
And here's Brown with the basketball, working to the right side. And a timeout called. And Todd Messer, boy.
He wasn't too happy with how his guys defended.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
So Clinton County with a timeout, with Trojans up 56-52.
Going back to that 3 that Shaw made to send it into overtime, and even before that, we made our last 4 shots, as I've said. So we're trending the right way offensively. We've got to keep it going and see what we can do here, but first we have to defend.
Again, Monday night, 15th District Basketball Tournament begins at Allen County, Scottsville. We'll have the broadcast of each and every tournament game. We got 4 nights next week from Scottsville. Trojans and Trojanettes against Monroe County. 5:40 airtime here Monday night from Allen County, Scottsville. Trying to finish it up here in Albany with 1:44 left in overtime. Barren leads 56-52. Brown and gives it to Delk. Gives it back out to Brown. Defended by Bush. And almost stolen away. Bush picks it up off the floor. He'll feed it off to Shirley. Shirley goes in, puts it, he gets hammered. And we'll get a foul called on Clinton County. Bryson Cross, his first. And Ryan Shirley at the line. He's 2 for 3. He'll get 2 shots here. First of 2 for Shirley in the air. Got it. 57-52, Barren County. That ties their largest lead of the ball game.
That's crazy, isn't it?
One more for Ryan Shirley. 1:29 left in OT. Ryan Shirley aims, fires, and got it.
Gives you a little bit more comfortability with 2 of their better players out with fouls.
He's got to hunker down on defense here. Cross with the basketball right side, hands it off to Brown. He walked, no whistle. Now he's looking. He's picked up, gives it to Cross. Cross works against Withrow, works into the lane, gives it off in the corner to Talent. He walked with it. Ball almost tipped off a Shaw. Here's a 3 by Dearborn. It is no good. Rebound battle for Shirley, ties it up with Delk. Jump ball possession, arrow to the Trojans.
We gambled, didn't get the steal, and left Dearborn open.
So what's...
Now the clock didn't run that whole time that was thrown in off the free throw possession. It's still at 1:25.
So how much time it's supposed to be?
It's a guess.
And now here we go with another conference with the officials.
I mean, you're thinking at least 5 seconds, right? We got the rebound, and they tied it up, and we'll have the ball. Either way it is, we'll just have to see how much time's left to play in the game, and I think they'll leave it the way they're walking, leave it at 125.
Well, the Trojans will have the basketball. Clinton County will set up at a 2-2-1. Actually, they're going to put a defender on Shaw, which is crossed. Now they go man-to-man. And Aiden Nyken wanting to check back in the game. He'll come in for Tyler Bush. Not sure what Todd Messer's all upset about over there. All right, minute 25 left in overtime. Barren County 58, Clinton County 52. And Withrow will toss it in. Looking, still looking, gets it in play to Shirley, gives it back to Withrow. He'll give it to Shaw. And Shaw will try to get it across midcourt. Comes to the near side of the floor. And a lot of pressure as Brown trying to stay with him there. He'll throw it back across to Withrow. He'll give it to Shirley. He's in a trap, and they knock it away, but Shaw comes up with the ball. We're going to get a foul, though, with 1:08 to play.
6-point lead, chance to add to it here. Clinton County has not scored in the overtime period.
And Ryan Shirley is back at the charity stripe for the Trojans. 2 more shots. First one is on the way. Got it. 59-52. That makes it a 3-possession game now with 1:08 to play.
Yep.
And Shirley for the second free throw toss. It's on the way. He missed it. Rebound to Dearborn. Still 1:05 left. Here's Brown in the front court with it for Clinton County. Still on the dribble. Bounce pass off to Talent. He'll hand it off out there to Dearborn for 3. It's coming off the rim. Oh, boy. Delk went down hard, and so did Mason Griggs.
They were just blocking out.
Delk got the worst end of the deal there. And we're going to get a foul called on Griggs. And that's going to be at 5 on Mason Griggs. And it'll be Delk going to the free throw line where he's hit 5 straight. Actually missed his last attempt, though. He's 5 of 6. With 53.8 seconds to play, Barren County has a 7-point lead. And Delk has done well at the free throw line, but he only shoots 52.7% this season. And he's going to get 2 shots here. And here's the first of 2 on the way. Good. 59-53. One more for Nick Delk. It's on the way, and it's good. 59-54, a 2-possession game. Clinton County pressure. Ball comes into Shaw. He'll give it to Withrow. Now Withrow will work it up against Brown. Now they come to trap. Bounce pass over to Shaw. Shaw trying to get it across the line. Weaves through traffic. Curls out on the left side, out front. He's in trouble. And the whistle and a foul will be charged to
Delk, I think.
Well, they put it on Dearborn, looks like. That's 3 on him. And Jacob Shaw will step to the free throw line. 2 shots. Jacob Shaw puts it up. Got it. 60-54. Barren County 41.6. This overtime period has taken forever.
The second half has taken over an hour.
And Shaw at the charity stripe. This shot good. Puts it back up to a 7-point lead for the Trojans. 61-54, 38 seconds to play. Cross driving runner. No. Rebounded there by Bush, and he's going to be fouled. And it'll be on Dearborn. That's his 4th. So now Tyler Bush will step to the free throw line. And now they got a technical foul called on Coach Todd Messer of Clinton County.
I don't know what he did. Different than he's been doing all night.
And he's going to have to be careful if he gets another one. He's out.
Yeah, he won't. The game's pretty much out of reach for him, down 7, 3-possession game with us going to the line anyway before these technicals.
Tyler Bush puts it up and in.
They've only scored 2 points this overtime period alone. It's just 2 free throws, right?
Yep. Got it.
I'd say Shaw will take these technicals and have a chance to make it a 10-point game.
63-54 Trojans. Shaw puts it up, got it.
It'll be a fun van ride home for these fellas. A hard-fought victory tonight, and coming off of what looked like a desperation 3, we got the drop and then just made it from there.
65-54. Barren County, 33.5 seconds to play. Trojans basketball. As Withrow will toss it in. Comes out to Shaw. Shaw gets it across the line. Now being chased out there. Goes left side with it. Curls back right. Hands it off out front to Withrow. Withrow lobs it back over to Shaw. Try to play keep away and milk the clock here. 18 seconds to play. Back out to Withrow. Withrow now in a trap. Looks, still looking. Feeds it in there to Caleb Hester. Hester back out to Withrow.
They're just going to let us play it out.
Yep. 4 seconds, 3. Trojans are going to win. But man, what a hard-fought victory. Very physical ball game. And Coach Todd Messer comes out on the floor staring at the officials. He needs to be really careful.
I don't know what the point of that is. Just go shake hands and
he lost, so
accept defeat, I suppose.
Accept it and go to the house. 65-54 in overtime. The Trojans win it here in Albany tonight. Barren County goes to 21-8. Clinton County falls to 21-7 on the season. Well, we're going to take a break, take a breath. Come back with a post-game report brought to you by CPC Commodities in a moment. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 103.7 Nash Icon.